I'm sorry. No, 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 no. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
We have literally lost the plot. We have lost the plot.
I just woke back up. What the f is going on? America, y'all dead ass. Dead ass. Come on, bro. What are we about today?
Votes at this time. That means he needs 23 more. Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes. Michigan.
I've been crying in my room for the past hour. For the past fucking hour. And people saying, oh, but New York is blue, New York is blue. I don't give a New York is blue. Like, the fact that this man is a president now.
Breaking me and my parents apart because they just don't get it, and they don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell. My life's okay. I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be okay.
Which means that somehow he has once again officially won the presidency. I see the hate that this world harbors towards women, towards LGBTQ+, towards people of color, towards everyone who is not this mold. Today, this country has proven to us that they hate women, people of color, LGBTQ+ members, everyone else more than they hate a literal felon who has committed schmeshmal. That is how much hatred they harbor for women. And I fear that things are not going to get better. This is not moving in the direction of things becoming better. They have won the presidency, they have won the Senate, and they will probably be winning the House. The GOP will have full control to pass and do whatever they want without being stopped. And we have seen what that means. We have seen their playbooks and their projects and their plans. I genuinely do believe that we are about to witness the downfall of an entire country.
If you're on the left, you're a Democratic voter. Wakey, wakey. I need to wake you up out of the hypnosis that you're in, that Morning Joe and The View and all of mainstream media has put you in. They're lying to you. Why do you think they keep losing? You think they keep telling you how smart they are and how they're gonna deliver you victories. And all they ever do is deliver loss after loss after loss. So Democratic voters, snap out of it. These guys are obvious liars. Fire them all. Fire them all. And if you don't, okay, then keep losing to buffoons, to obvious con men like Donald Trump. Keep losing and losing and losing and never figuring it out. Here, I solved it for you. I figured it out. It's a goddamn corruption. All this stupid donor money, all it's ever done is lead to more losses. So if you don't fire them, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Trying to stay calm today. Woke up this morning. Decided that we were wearing all black today because this is the death of the country as we know it. I have never been so utterly disappointed in a group of people, and I just don't understand. Like, how do you not understand we are under his tax plan? That tariffs will cost us money. That he is a misogynistic, homophobic, racist, bigoted piece of shit who does not care about you. If you die tomorrow, he could give 2 fucks. He could give 2 fucks if you eat, sleep, have a house. He doesn't care. And the fact that you think he does just shows how uneducated and how ignorant you are.
This is like one of the most unforgettable elections. And I love her. And I don't say I love a lot of people. Y'all know that. Because I hate everybody. So this is history, Cuddy. I swear to God, my academics are like, I'm sick of you. I'm sick. Get away! Get away from me! I'm sad. I'm really, really sad. I'm really sad.
But I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight.
Right now, I don't even know what to do. I've never hated red so much in my life until now. Honey, you gonna say, we
We'll see if you still scream "Go Trump" in the next few months. Let's see. It's about to be so many black men being pulled over and gunned down for no freaking reason. Oh, white privilege is going to be so high right now.
I'm just going to go ahead and say what I really want to say, because I think the fact that so many people allowed for this man, this raging bigot, this man who has literally taken away people's rights, that they voted for this man because of their lack of education, because of their lack of understanding how the basic branches of government works, because of everything under the sun, misogyny, hatred, but also just stupidity. I am so absolutely infuriated because not only is this man looking like he's going to become president, the Congress is about to be Republican. The fact that I have to clock into work after this like nothing ever happened, this just made me lose complete faith in this entire country as a whole. Like, it really makes me not want anything to do with this country. So for me to go to work, it's like, why? Like, what is the point in even participating in this damn country at this point? Like, what's the point? Like, it has literally shown that it does not give a fuck about people like me or like any marginalized community at that.
What I've noticed is that men are just genuinely not as concerned as women and don't quite take our concerns as seriously. And I don't know, that sucks because I met a lot of women tonight who are just genuinely so scared. So yeah, let me know, I guess.
I can't do this anymore. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach. What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? What has happened to freedom? I'm done. This is a message to anyone who follows me. If you voted for Trump, unfollow me and block me. If you didn't vote, unfollow me and block me. The fact that it's this close means I've lost all hope in the American people. Like, it should not be this close. Why would anyone vote for this person? He's so evil. He's so demented. Kamala's not perfect. We all know that. We all know that. She is not a convicted felon, rapist, crazy, fascist, dictator, psycho.
Yo, what is up, everybody? It's another Sunday night, late night, early Monday morning, Veterans Day. We're going to be having a great time partying, hanging out, catching up, and gloating. Catching up to some of the news and the movies we've watched this month and last couple weeks. Everything's been kind of overshadowed by this other news, this election stuff. You might have heard about it. We're also going to gloat about all that and also whatever small personal victories we're having, big victories we're having. I think we're just going to have a good old time, crack open some beers, smoke some bales, and just kind of hang out and get comfy. Just relax. So we're going to have another Tales from the Dorkside today. And, I got some great guests. In fact, we actually have some people making their big debut here, which is fun. I can't wait. So I'm glad that Captain Keeley's here, Common People's here, the Racerhead's here. We got Scooby Cup, Real Bob Newman here is here. Love you guys. Philip Morgan's here as well. I think we're gonna have we might have Blue Collar grace us with an appearance. Peter Venkman just showed up, just subbed Insomnia Special Mode. Thank you. Yes, I don't know if you guys know this, but I did finally get to 500 subs. I'd like to get a little over 500 before I start celebrating, because every time I do a live stream, YouTube likes to gank some of my subs out. So I would hate to do my big karaoke celebration party tomorrow night after MMM on Cannoli Sasquatch's channel and find out I'm down to 497. I hovered around 450 for a while. I would get 4 subs and then lose 5. And then I'd get 3 subs and I'd lose 4. It was fun. Climbing uphill. No one said it'd be easy. Plus we're over here doing it for fun. But guys, I can't thank you guys enough. It's not even like you guys are doing anything hard. You guys are just coming here and sharing the laughs with me and just having some good nerd out discussions with me at all times of the day, on all days of the week, randomly. I'm loving it. And also the big movies we watch together every week. Those have been a real treat. I'm never going to stop doing them. You'll have to take them away from my cold, dead hands. Anyway, you guys are doing great, and I'm glad you guys are here. But also, we've got, like I said, we've got someone making her debut. Let's give a round of applause for this person. Scooby-Doo 01, how are you?
Good. I loved that. That was a great opening.
Hey, you know, I'm one of these guys where I work efficiently. You need me to make a 10-minute intro video and little intro videos for people who I know are coming. I can knock them out in about, 30 minutes probably. So it's fun. How are you doing? I was just on Sammy Three Peats in the News show with you. That was fun, right?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely fun.
I found a couple websites that I like to browse my weird news on. The old one was called FARC, and it's still a thing, Drew Curtis's FARC.com. And of course, I hadn't been on it in years, much like Reddit. I used to browse Reddit many, many years ago and kind of got tired of it. And then it became all woke and stupid. The same thing happened with FARC. It's one guy just posting links that are strange or funny or asinine or whatever. But the way he headlines them, it's pretty obvious where he's leaning politically. But the website itself hasn't really changed. So that's a good website. And then there's also oddity.com, which I'd never heard of. Found some weird stuff there. Where you and Boosh were looking up the same sources. What were you looking for weird news?
All I did was type in funny news, and then I put in the most recent date for the filter, and NPR popped right up. And I looked under that website, and there was all this stuff listed, from a cheese thief to a murderer who fell through the ceiling. And I was like, oh my God, this is too much.
Right. Yeah. And that's something I realized too, is like, you realize like every big major news article publishing place has a weird section, and they're all sharing like the same articles, which is interesting. That was strange to me. It's again, like the programming of the news, everybody just kind of getting the same scripted feed from all local newscasts. It's very strange.
I'm thinking you just keep an eye on Twitter next time, because they come up with a lot of dumb shit.
All right, Twitter's the best place to find news. Dudicus wants to know, why wasn't Scooby Dumb not in a pup named Scooby Doo? The Cowards.
Scooby Dumb was not in a pup named Scooby Doo because he was Scooby's cousin.
What the? I don't even know what the hell Scooby Dumb is.
Scooby Dumb is Scooby Doo's cousin. He's basically the hillbilly cousin of the group.
Oh my God, you're right.
He was not put in a pup named Scooby Doo for that very reason.
Hang on. Open image, a new tab. Let's why is it all tiny? Let's pull this over here. That's so crazy.
Also, a pup named Scooby Doo, that was when the team was just coming together, just being formed, just becoming friends.
I swear to God, every day you learn something new. I never knew about this character ever. This is baffling to me.
Scrappy Doo is actually Scooby's nephew.
Daphne was the real Scooby Stack. Dude, Gord King finishing up a script draft, but have us in the background. Dude, I don't know how you do that. Like, I can draw with listening to anything, but if I'm like writing something, I can't listen to anyone talking. I don't even want lyrics in the music, Yeah,
Scooby and Scooby Dumb actually have a very affectionate hand slap when they get together. They give each other a certain style high five, low five.
Let me see if I can find that while I'm introing our next guest here.
There's a man on the internet. There's a man on the internet. Just some random guy I met years ago. There's a man on the internet. Fortunately, there's a dark side to this person. There's a man on the internet. He's addicted to drama. There's a man on the internet. He spreads rumors.
What up, PWG?
Hola.
How you doing, Johnny?
How we doing,
boy?
sir? Oh, no complaints. I too, like you, have kind of hit a milestone that I don't want to, celebrate too soon.
Jinx. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I am. I'm at 200 subs on my YouTube channel, which
Hell
I
yeah,
haven't made
brother.
a video for in like 3 months. So, power to streaming all the goddamn time. Like,
Right. Right. As long as people, think you're
Yeah.
cool and want to hang out with you, think you're funny, and yeah, that's why I sub people. I'm like, I want to hear more what this person has to say.
Yeah.
Blue
yeah.
Collar Loser says he plays video games and drives, but yeah, I can't edit a video with YouTube on. It's definitely rough. You gotta dedicate. That's the thing. It's like you could dedicate 100% of the brain to it and not miss anything. But I
Mhm.
feel like if I have stuff on in the background, it's easier for me to make common, simple mistakes by being distracted. Because that is the thing, guys. Distractions in the workplace and stuff. Let's go ahead and get our next two guys in. They've been waiting long enough. I was kind of trying to just have some one-on-one chat time with Scooby since it's her.
Yeah, it's the first time.
channel.
You gotta be cool about that.
Yeah,
Like me, I'm
Scooby's a
here
legend.
every Sunday,
Yeah,
basically. So.
I didn't realize Scooby Pup had such a reputation of being such a acclaimed moderator. So that's always cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
I got something
I,
with it.
I do appreciate you're kind of bringing some hot Velma energy to
Oh my
the stream.
God.
So
Hey, wait, who's here? Hang on. Sammy, you know what I just realized is I now
best part is the snoring.
I can get updated footage now because you fell asleep last Friday on Neon Leon.
Yeah.
So I can actually replace that. I can update your video. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Please
Unless you
do.
don't want me to. I mean, it was
No.
pretty-
Dude, I like I said, I'm
It
very
was
self-aware.
adorable watching you fall asleep, man. Because like you put your chair down and then you put it back up, and you were standing up, and then you put it back down, and then you like drifted off, and then you kind of woke up at one point, and then you drifted back off, and then that was it. And you didn't move for like the rest of the show. And I don't think you snored that much, did you? Or were you muted?
No, I don't think I did either. So hold on. It's all, if I go like this, I'll be fine. But if I fall asleep,
Oh yeah, definitely.
that's when you guys are in for a fucking
I'm sure
show.
I'm sure that's what happens with me too. I don't really snore a lot, but I'm sure there are ways to get me to snore. Like if I slept on my back or something, I usually sleep on like my side or my belly. Peter says he was muted, so okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
should be a clip of him sleeping. See me and Peter Vinkman and Steph Hanslider on the same page. Okay, oh wait, oh my God, there's still one more person backstage. Hang on.
Hey, dude.
It's a little wild and a little strange when you make home out on the range. Start your horse and come along, but you can't get it right if you can't hold on. Singing, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, what?
Judicus, sorry to keep you waiting, buddy. How are you doing?
I made one stupid Scooby-Doo comment. Now I've fallen down a rabbit hole of how many cousins does Scooby-Doo have, and apparently it's more than 4.
Oh my
God! It's many. There's a lot of Scoobies out there. A lot of do's, a lot of don'ts.
Ruby, Dumb. There's a whole bunch.
Remember when Shaggy
know.
turned into a werewolf and raced Dracula?
Yes, the Scooby Doo. Yeah.
He wore a red
Scooby-Doo,
shirt.
The Reluctant Werewolf. That was.
All right, let's see this. Let's see this handshake. Scooby's talking about here. Let's unmute this. Press play.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh my God! If I saw 2 grown men do this, it's gotta look cool. Your secret handshake.
Well, what about 2 full-grown dogs?
I mean, it's better than asses. Although, as soon as I say that, they actually go and rub like rims.
This is already. That was like 5 times too long. All right, a secret handshake should be like 3 to 4 moves.
I mean,
once
they get to ass rimming on each other, like basically.
Right. Yeah, it's bad enough. That was bad enough, but then they literally have to tango for a second. That was interesting.
Right.
My mind is blown today, officially.
Yeah,
crazy.
Scooby Doo's female cousin Ruby. She's a celebrity, if I do recall.
Oh, Scooby Doo is not a celebrity in the Scooby Doo world.
No, she was like a Hollywood celebrity dog, I believe. And there was this one episode where she came to Scooby for help because somebody was kidnapping dogs.
Now, is this like the first time or the 100th time you've been on a stream and we're talking about the Scooby Doo lore?
This is the first time.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, I don't really hear people talking about it too much. This is all news to me.
I'll ask this again. Does anyone know Scooby Doo's real name?
Norville.
Scooby, Scoobert. It is
There you
Scoobert.
go. Yep.
Oh, you look at this guy! Huh? I pulled that up.
Scoobert. You both got
damn.
it. You both got it
Yeah.
right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Shaggy's real name is Norval Shaggy Rogers.
Norval. Yeah, I knew that. I think, but I would have got it wrong if you had asked me.
I will say to my credit, I have been streaming because Bob asked about this earlier. I've been streaming for 7 hours now, and I've been up for half an hour.
Captain, if you want to come in,
24
man, I'll
hours.
send you a link, buddy. I don't care.
So
if
yes.
you want to pop in, go for it.
And I still can answer trivial questions.
Yeah, thank you, Gooch. Thank you. I remember, like, God, it was like a year ago or like several months ago. I was like, yeah, with the summer, some point you were like, let's get into the 450, 500. You know, I was like, barely at like 440, 450. I was like, man, it's taking forever, but I appreciate it, Gooch. Thank you so much. It's been a long, slow road, but I love it. And 7 hours straight, says Real Bob Newman.
Pretty much. Last stream ended about 10 minutes before this start. Like, you already had the back room open, so I literally got up, used the restroom, came back, logged back in, and got over here. And there was an hour break in between finishing up on Old White Road and then doing the stuff with Toasty. So. And it actually would have been 2 more hours plus if we would have done Doctor Who today. Like, Sunday is my bear day.
We got someone else who popped in making their debut. I don't have an intro for them, but I'll just play this instead.
Hello, Earthling. I am an alien from another planet. At the present moment, I have changed into this mobile phone. While you are looking at my face, I am rubbing my testicles and making love to your fingers. Don't say you're not enjoying it, as I can see you smiling. Feel my passion, feel my passion.
Captain Keely's here. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that intro.
Random alien thing. I could have done this one instead if you wanted. Let's see.
I saw that the other day. That was hilarious.
Is that kind of more speed? Is that better? But anyway, glad you made it. I know you're. Yeah, I mean, I'm just. It's open invite. Everyone can hang, unless of course you start. Turn your camera on and show your butthole or something. That would be frowned upon.
Oh, I won't do that.
Cool. How are you doing?
I
today?
might.
Unless
you're going to touch rims with someone else on the panel, and then you're just doing an homage to the Scooby handshake.
Right. Is Captain Keely in Australia, it sounds like, or somewhere down under?
Yeah, Australian.
Hell yeah. All my Italian relatives live in Australia, FYI, which is interesting. They got a weird accent. But yeah, they my grandmother's brother, my great uncle Lucio, and his other family members, they all left Italy during the that little incident that happened in the 30s. You might have heard of.
I have to say, Lucio, my late grandfather, his everybody called him Lucio because he was from Peru.
Yeah, Lucio.
And, his real name was Luis.
Yeah, there you go. Short for what's the Italian version? I mean, yeah, something like that. Lucio, man, he's an old crazy guy. But you got Lucio. That's what it's short for. There you go. Yeah. Apparently, a lot of Italians living out there in Australia. That's why apparently La Cosa Nostra is a big deal. The mafia, like they got some communities down there in the three big.
There's a lot of Australians in Melbourne.
Yeah. Cool. Well, glad you're here. Don't know what I've gotten myself into. Yeah, you don't. It's gonna get weird. We're gonna just goof off. We'll start off simple. First of all, celebrating some stuff. I made a fucking badass sandwich today. And it was like just this random like Italian style sandwich, and I bought that awesome mortadella ham, and it was my first time trying it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's basically like overpriced bologna. I was like kind of disappointed. I mean, I like bologna and everything, but this is like
I didn't notice its place.
Yeah, this is $2 an ounce. Yeah,
this pretentious bologna is not
Right.
any kind of bologna that
I'm
you
not
want.
joking, guys.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good palate. I like to eat food, and it's one of those things where like, oh, I got to try this expensive. It's $8 for 4 ounces of meat, you know, and it's all shaved really thin, and it's got the little white spots of fat or whatever on it. And I
you got
tried it,
scammed.
and it's like, man, this tastes just like bologna. I mean, I wasn't upset about it, but I was
Right.
like, okay.
I could have just.
Why not just get some prosciutto? You know, it's like
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like pepper. I put pepperoni and salami on it, and tomatoes and spinach and avocados and some nice cheese, and
Yeah.
it was good. That sure is.
But at
a
least
sandwich.
now you know for the future.
But yeah, I
Unfortunately-
only bring up the sandwich because I was pretty disappointed by this gourmet meat. I heard. I guess it's
Hey,
gabagool or nothing, you know.
Would you say that is? I came up with a word today. Kamalified. It's like it ascends all the way up the ladder and then just bungles it right at the last moment. You know.
Maybe, yeah. Kamalified would be like, yeah.
I can't eat sandwiches. Unfortunately, I have a tooth that has a tendency to pop out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
like a magic trick or something. Like,
No, just a badly done crown.
okay. Yeah, I was like, surely your real tooth isn't popping in and out like that. That's
No, it's just a clumsy crown.
The doctor says that I might need to get a crown later, and I'm like, ew, boo. I don't have any cavities or anything like that, so I don't know what's going on. But
that's big tooth. That's they're just trying to
Oh, yeah.
profiteer off you.
yeah, as I was saying, I was like, well, I'm not having any pain or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Just fancy baloney. Yeah, it's pretty sad. That's horrifying. Yeah, this didn't work, guys. Whatever this was, propping like John said, just propping something up that shouldn't be propped up. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Kamalified.
John was on my stream Wednesday where I kind of just went live, and I wanted to talk to some of my Facebook homies, and it was kind of a bust in that regard, but I did have two homies kind of pop in the chat, and they were at first a bit tenacious, but I think we kind of smoothed over a little bit. It's difficult to tell because they were just in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, by the time that I left the stream, everybody seemed to be in good spirits and was laughing about other stuff. Like once people are able to understand that it's like, look, these are just political views and their opinions, and they don't really.
I was trying to keep everything very civil, very polite. But tonight we're gonna gloat. Tonight we're gonna relish in our victory. 'Cause it wasn't just that we won; it was kind of like we whooped our asses, and it's also seeming like the only states that she did win were the ones that require no voter ID. So, like, how many of those did she actually win? There's just so many questions, and also you look at the county map, and it's just so overwhelmingly red, and it makes you just like rethink the entire structure of the way the American society's built out, where these cities with lots of people have so much control over the rest of the area. It's just not cool.
No,
So
I have to vouch about the whole states with no ID, because when I went to go vote, I had completely forgotten my voter card. And when I went there, I pulled out my ID. They said, you can put that away. All we need is your name and birthday. That was all they asked for.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean,
They really don't want to know. Like,
they take your ID, they scan it like they just run it through the little barcode scanner, and it pulls up your name. And I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that's
what
also
they did
good
for
because
me.
it's like, yeah, you don't have to what's it like? They tell you if you've already voted or whatever, But what this year was great because like it wasn't great, but I mean it was different than last time, where instead of it being solely digital, you fill it out digitally, then it prints out your answers like on a little piece of paper, and then you put that piece of paper into the ballot box, which I thought was cool. So again, hopefully more places would do it like this. If India can count their huge vote every year in one or every few years in a day, surely Arizona can. Arizona is like behind for some reason in the Senate race because obviously Kerry Lake is running, and even though Trump got 200,000 more votes in the vote, it seems like there's like 3,000 votes missing, and Kerry Lake is like 1,000 something behind. It's just very strange. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, in case you guys didn't notice, we're in the anger stage of grief right now. In case you couldn't tell from the opening 10 minutes, got that big compilation together. I mean, to be fair, I took an existing compilation, split it in half, and put my own music on it. So credit to whoever actually made that comp. I don't know, some YouTuber. Very nice of you. I promise not to play that again. But that being said, there's a woman who's getting kind of famous, Dr. Arlene. This was probably the best cope I saw. But yeah, I should film my mental breakdown and post it online. Let's see here. Dr. Arlene. Yeah. Did you guys know? I saw this too, but I didn't know there's a follow-up video to this. So, yeah. So and that was deleted, but I guess someone did get it. So we're gonna watch the intro.
Nothing ever truly escapes the internet.
Yeah, this is a video from 11/5, the Champagne Day, as she's calling it. Let's you give a listen.
We're closing in on almost 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I've been tracking everything that's been going on across the country today. And my most important encounter was when I went out to get my champagne. I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him, did he vote? And he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. And he asked me, why I was getting the champagne. And I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said, she's going to win this, right? He said, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard. Reproductive rights is what it comes down to. Voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa. And he said, oh, but the numbers are so close. I said, I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now.
Well. She's an analyst. Yeah. She's got her head right up her ass.
Tell me you voted. Of course I knew. I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right?
The laugh is just the worst.
I don't care. I walked out with my bottle of champagne and
I'm
happily.
so arrogantly smug. I'm delusionally ignorant.
Now, obviously, I would have loved to have seen the video had Kamala won. I'm a woman and I believe this, so therefore all women must believe this is a raise her head. Yeah.
Right.
Apparently this woman's idea was I have an education. That's a common thing that I'm hearing. Like these people that voted Trump, they're uneducated. Yeah. It's like, first of all, no.
Guys, everybody I know has a fucking college degree these days.
I'm educated.
I have 2 of them. Jesus fuck, they're not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
What did Tim Dillon say? He's like, what does a fucking college degree even mean nowadays? You could drink for 4 years, like you handle your alcohol. Like what the fuck?
My college degree meant that my ex-wife was embezzling money to pay off her student loans, so they would kind of get just leverage it into mine. This is what these things mean. They don't mean shit.
Yeah, she still ran smack dab in the wall. Black Lives is here. Let's see. Let's see. Now, like I said, this video was she did private her TikTok, so that's bad. And she also took this video off, obviously, but someone else got it. So this is the next day. This video is 10 minutes long, guys. So I don't know. We might not watch the whole thing.
No, come on, dude. Thank you, God.
Lots of lives, lots of long lives. I just finished another long live, and I will be doing more lives as the day and the week progresses.
Oh, so she's like me, basically.
So, as you know, Harris did not win the election.
What happened?
As the numbers
could have happened.
Arlene, you said it wasn't even close. I bet $200,000 on it.
And as I said all along, you have to have
her period is also 10 minutes long. Oh, come on. We all know that she's going through menopause.
And we didn't have it. And there's going to be a lot of speculating going on about
the record numbers, Arlene.
Right.
Women's voices, Arlene.
Yeah.
I mean, you had like a whole 17 million, or I guess 11 million, voter lead from 2020. Yeah. I mean, it's almost as though those numbers were made up and just like a 3 a.m. ballot drop or something. I don't know.
It's almost like when they said 500 lawyers to every state.
I sped it up a little because
Impressive on a
Jesus
level, but I mean,
Christ.
she has
Yeah.
the campaign playbook. If you're going to win, that's the playbook that you use. She did
Dude, I'm at the
absolutely
point now
everything.
where I can
The work
easily
that she
watch a
did in
movie
every
at
single one of the
triple
swing states,
speed
work that Hillary Clinton did
and
not
just
do.
like
If she could win, if she even had the slightest modicum of winning, then in 2020, she would not have lost to Biden.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The person who came in
Right,
20th in
exactly.
2020 somehow is going to like take the lead on everything.
Call
Yeah.
for Gabbard
Yeah,
put
that
an
was
end to that during the
These
primary
people
in
don't
2020.
realize this is all the Democrats' fault.
Yeah.
It's not on
She's
the
saying
voters,
that, you
it's
know,
on
she
the
can't.
fucking Democrats.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's saying that she did worse than Joe Biden did, and it's blowing her mind. And it's like, yeah, you're starting to understand.
Biden did in the last election.
Right?
But
She did worse than Joe Biden 4 years ago. For fuck's sakes.
Yeah, how is Keeley doing, by the way? Yeah, Keeley's still here. I don't know if we're scaring him off. We will talk about movies soon. I know Eraserhead was like, please no more politics, but it's like, yeah. It's just, it'll be soon. We got just a couple more gloating, a little bit more gloating, and then we'll talk about all these movies. It'll be fun. But yeah, as far as this poor woman, I mean, she's like, she doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. It's the isolation, isolating yourself.
158 million people voted in the
She
election.
couldn't color the election being the same.
With that level of voter
She couldn't
participation
handle the election being
and
the
the
same
race being
colors
as
of
close as
tampon.
it
My
was,
God,
especially in certain states like
Black
Arizona and
lives.
Georgia.
That's hilarious.
It takes
Biden
unprecedented
could have
level
made her
of
president, but
participation
didn't. I mean,
during
dude,
the
it's still on the
election. And
table.
because
That's
of
what they're
our
saying
electoral
right now.
college, the
Biden
way
should
things are
drop
set up,
out
right, you have to
and
win
make her
the
the first de
state in order
facto
to take the electoral
female
votes.
president. And it's like, what kind of
we are
message
at
is
a
that
point
sending
where
when she's in the
in
history books
reliably
as
blue
with
states,
little
the
asterisks
population
next
has
to her
grown.
name?
So have the
I
number of
think
Republicans.
shit sins is I have a meme on the FFS Discord that said that it's the marathon for equality, and men have to do a 10-mile marathon, and women have to do a 5K marathon.
Oh, right. Yeah.
18 million people who
I
voted
mean,
in the last election
that's
did not
cool,
vote in this
honestly,
one. And I can
because
tell
we
you
want everyone
straight
finishing
away
around the
they
same
didn't all die
time.
from COVID.
Just kidding.
Not that
Nice.
to look at. But the other part
But
is
yeah, I mean, swing.
there is
Yeah,
one
brother, it's
fundamental
your
thing that
channel.
you
You can do whatever
cannot
you
come
want. Thank
for
you,
when you're using
Eraserhead.
data to
I
protect
definitely, it's the
or
surest way to get on
protect,
my bad side is
the
tell me
outcome of
what
the
I can and
election,
can't do
is
on
you
my
can't
own
factor
channel.
in
I will just
the
be like,
impact
agree to
rates,
disagree. And then after that, I'm going to be like, all
the
right,
existence of
seriously?
racism and
Shut up.
misogyny.
I'm going to do
We've
exactly
had a black
what
president
you're
before,
telling me not to talk
but we
about.
haven't yet had a woman
Just out
president.
of spite. I'm one of those
And
guys.
the level of misogyny
But thanks you.
that revealed itself in the voting
Yeah,
booth
so it's
is
evident in the
in
numbers. That's the thing. She's shocked that
Absolutely
Joe
evident in
Biden
the
did better
numbers.
than
And when I
her.
looked in the numbers
But yeah, it's
at
like
the
you
county
said,
level,
like Scooby, like
Donald
she
Trump was
did.
picking up
If she was so
votes,
good, then why did she get her
and
ass kicked?
she was losing votes.
Last term.
That was not the split.
Yeah.
in the last election when Joe Biden was running.
Disconnect.
She got her
And I was
ass
talking
kicked
about how
in no time.
yeah, they could have replaced her the day before the election with Dick Cheney, and all our friends would have still been like, "We gotta vote for Dick Cheney. We gotta vote for him."
Her and Biden were platformed 4 years ago. Neither of them, actually had any bearing on anything. Like they did everything they could to position Biden, and then they wanted to have their, Obama with a vag there, because like Obama sandwich, I guess. It's silliness.
Yeah. Let's see. She looks like a rejected Golden Girl. She stars in The Copper Girls, the Colombian knockoff. This woman is not Colombian. No way. If she was Colombian, you know that she could at least like throw it back.
Yeah.
But
And I'd like to
this
think
woman,
that Colombian Golden Girls would still be, talented, skilled.
I'd watch the fuck out of the
black-
Colombian
Yeah.
Golden Girls, dude. What are you talking about? Hell yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Take my favorite sweater, Maeve.
Let's see if that even exists, because I know that they do like knockoff
Like,
shows
different
of
countries
American
have,
shows
like,
all the time.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus,
right.
You guys see the preview for the Australian Office? It looks abysmal.
Now, Black
yeah.
Black Cat says Obama with a vag is just Obama. No, that's a mangina. That Big Mike plows all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no.
Enzo says,
Sorry, continue.
At the end of the day,
yeah. Blue Collar says, Blue Collar says, Enzo, I don't care about politics. What I find fucking hilarious is the reactions to him winning. I mean, yeah. Or it's kind of sad, like Eraserhead said, I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, for me, it's more like, you're watching this, like it's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like you're just like, what in the world, man? These people are that They've gotten that far over the edge.
Yeah.
Like I said before, like 10% of the population, they're lost. They're not coming back. This woman might be falling in that 10%.
Everybody hated Hillary.
This is just trans Lance.
Everybody had a field day because they hated
She's a political analyst after all, so.
There's
Lance is
as far as Democrats go, there's no pleasing them. I mean, you look at when it came to Hillary versus Trump. Hillary took the popular vote. Electoral College said otherwise. Trump won.
So
what happened?
To sum up what she said, I'm sorry, but just to sum up what she said,
People don't want a woman in office.
No, yeah, that's what she's basically saying. She's like, it's she lost because of sexism. That's it. And it's like, yeah, kind of. I mean, because here's the thing: Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, they both lost the election, and they both had to take like a day off. They had to take the night off before they can give their concession speech. You know, because they get emotional about shit like that. And it's like, what do you think? What do you think they're gonna do when they're like running the country? I mean, like I have to get a drink. I need time to decompress. I gotta cry. I'll talk to them tomorrow.
There's only one difference between Kamala and Hillary. Hillary had what it fucking took.
I was going to say a trail of dead bodies, like.
Yeah, and that kind of brings me to this next slide. I mean, I bet you Hillary Clinton's also kind of smiling too, because it's like, you really think that she would have been happy if Kamala had won, and Kamala, that, you know, she literally sucked her dick all the way up to the presidency. You think Hillary Clinton wouldn't have thought like, that should be me, you know, like she would have been enraged.
And Hillary's probably not big on people sucking their dick.
Sucking dick, yeah. After Monica. Yeah.
She was laughing at Biden. She was laughing at Kamala.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely joking about how, like, I definitely would like a blowjob from Kamala. She's probably really, really, really good at it, you know? I mean, you have to be to get that far up. You have to be. You have to be like the best at it.
She was Montel's side piece, and then, like, you know, was able to.
She might literally be the best at blowjobs in the country, for all we know. Like, seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah. I'm just, like, from an analytical standpoint, you know, most chicks get really good at blowjobs. They can make a bunch of money. Sometimes they can get roles and become, you know, a movie star. We've heard of this. You know,
she's a high-dollar call girl who got into politics from blowing people. I mean, that is talent, skill, and ability right there. Like,
yeah, but Kamala Harris almost made it to the highest position in the entire country, dude. That is impressive. But yeah, Blue Collar says because of these pussies comparing him to Adolf or Fuck America, go watch Band of Brothers or Saving Private Ryan. These are the most spoiled, entitled goddamn people in the history of the country. Don't get your blood pressure up, Blue Collar.
I love that Biden quote. Did anyone hear, like, they interviewed him recently, like after the election, and they're, you know, like, do you believe that Donald Trump's a threat to democracy? He's like, oh, he's actually stopping by tomorrow.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. That's
like,
also
he's so over it.
That's also, it's very interesting. Like, it's in this picture, Joe Biden's smiling, you know, they're like talking about, you shared that video, Sammy, where it's like, he's pretending he's doing the phone call with Obama. You know,
my
he's working
God.
in tangent with Trump, you know, like, that was great. But the idea, like, yeah, hey, you guys fucking pushed me aside. Well, guess what? You know, I'm actually just pretending to be stupid, you know? But the truth is, it's like, I'm happy she lost too. Cause like these people fucked him over. And,
what I think is great about this photo is there's like the frumpy face between Pelosi and AOC. It's the exact same frumpy face, just in different directions. They're like a mirror of each other.
Oh, wait.
You want to know what's funny is, with the exception of Stephen Colbert, all the other late night talk show hosts cried.
Oh.
Literally, they did.
Well, Stephen Colbert got all of his tears out during lockdown season.
Yeah.
But Stephen Colbert, he did a damn good job covering this. But then again, that's because he's a political comedian.
Hey, you know who else does a damn good job at political comedy?
Majestic, the good king, his kingdom of pumpkins ripe and grand, he holds the power in his hand.
Hail the Gourd King. How are you?
My favorite intro.
Hail!
Gord's intro is so
Indeed.
majestic.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy? You been having a good
Gord's
week?
majestic.
Yeah, thank you. I'm good. How y'all doing as we celebrate this fine?
Just great. How was script writing?
It was good. I finished up the portion of the draft covering the movie. I just got a little bit of intro and outro to write, which that part's easy. But yeah, the bulk of it's done, and I can get to editing tomorrow.
Yeah,
nice.
You're asking how I was able to do that with you on the background. I find that if I have something on my phone off to the side of me, it doesn't distract me as much. But with it kind of helped that this movie's last like 20 minutes. I know pretty well, so I know what's coming. I kind of have an idea of what jokes I want to make. I just need to find if there's anything else.
Hell yeah. Dudika says, listen, as long as we're on the timeline with alien cage fights, we'll be okay. Hell yeah, that's a reference to Arena, which will be coming out in 2
now,
weeks.
when you say alien cage fights,
I know.
are we talking
We're fist fighting giant aliens that look cool.
Are we saying like
we're talking about like at the border?
You're putting too much thought into it. Alien
you
cage
kids
fights.
in cage want to escape?
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it's like blood sport, but for like a green card.
Dudicus is really good at like referencing Wii watches that haven't come out yet. That's like his like forte. It's amazing.
I'm sorry. I was expecting Howling 5 to come out like 5 weeks ago.
No, I know. It's coming out this week. It's coming out in 4 days, actually. 3 days. Yeah, so that'll be fun.
I would
that
love
was-
to see a good xenomorph cage fight in person.
Yeah. Just 2 xenomorphs, the blue one versus the green one. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
I want to
yeah.
see the Alien King. We know who the Alien Queen is. but
We've
when
seen
you do an
Alien
King
Kings
fight-
illustrated in comic books and stuff. They've been conceptualized before. So yeah. And also Starship Troopers kind of had one of the computer animated Stage 6 movies had a arachnid king that was very similar to the xenomorph king that was designed.
Holy crap! I just looked one up. That looks freaking cool,
right? Yeah,
Why is this not in a movie?
Probably because it looks too cool. Let's pull it up. Hang on, I'll do it.
It is
Xenomorph
freaking
king.
awesome looking.
Yeah, dude.
The only thing I remember from Starship Troopers is that giant brain that comes out and sucks the guy's brain out of his head.
Yeah, and he's got like a vagina face too. Yeah, it's pretty rowdy.
And then when they finally bring him out, what's his name? Puts his
afraid.
hands on- He's
And
scared.
that, boys and girls, is how liberals are created.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite. What was it? I think it was a Red Letter Media or somebody like. It's afraid. It's like, well, of course it's afraid. Like
Hey, can you zoom in on that picture real quick?
Yeah, let's see here.
That looks awesome.
That
do
looks
this for my
badass.
daughters. I'm doing this for women's rights.
Yeah. Yeah,
Xenomorphs for Harris.
Pretty rowdy. Pretty rowdy.
Taking on all the xenophobes.
Yeah, we'll help you destroy your eggs. We'll do it for free. In fact, we'll pay you to do it. We'll use the destroyed eggs to make beauty products out of, and
Seriously,
only the
it's
richest of the rich can afford them.
I don't know how long this design has been out there.
Yeah, probably since like the 80s. I think 90s maybe with the comic books.
They've never put this in a movie. You got to be kidding me.
They've made toys of it.
How cool is that?
Yeah. I know they've made toys of it. Someone bounced. Who was it? Gord King bounced.
Aw.
How cool is that? Yeah, they would never support her. Buenos Aires was an inside job. I disagree. Both Kamala and Hillary both have high body counts. Hell yeah, they do. That's good.
Yeah, just different kinds.
I think Gord King's computer exploded, but it's back. He just reassembled it. How are you doing? All right.
No, play his intro again.
I meant to open a tab and I accidentally hit refresh or something.
Anyway, as far as this concerned, yeah, I mean,
Look at Jim Kimmel.
it was same thing. That was the thing that was also interesting. Is like if Trump is the fascist, the dictator, then why is everyone congratulating him all of a sudden, saying, "Hey, good job winning, fair and square, no worries here. We can't wait to hand power over to you." Either A, they're lying, or B, they're planning some horrific shit. Like it's one of the two, or maybe it's both.
I like that it's been the usual suspects. So I thought that Kamala's speech, even though it was a big nothing word salad, there was.
Dude, she was simultaneously drunk and hungover in that speech.
She did come across very hungover.
I heard people speculating cocaine was the culprit, which would explain whose cocaine they found in the White House.
Oh, okay. But it wasn't call to action or everything. But then you get people like Rachel Maddow and stuff like that are actually the ones who seem to be trying to incite something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I can't wait for January 6th for them to do their own insurrection. They'll bring guns and actually kill people. And
they'll
be like,
California wants to secede now, and it was like, oh, you guys made a real big stink about that when Texas said they wanted to do that. But
and they're going to be like, what? I thought this was allowed. It's like, yeah, but not this. Whatever this is. Yeah. Common people. Good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. You all the way from Scotland, Ireland.
One reason clearly for term limits is take a look at AOC, unfortunately, and then look at Nancy Pelosi. If there's no term limits and the way the gerrymandering works, you're going to see AOC as Pelosi in 50 fucking years. Like, she's been around since before JFK was assassinated.
I said this before. Like, I think AOC is one of the few politicians who might come around, She might pull a Tulsi Gabbard down the line.
I might believe that if her husband actually was sane or boyfriend, whichever it is, but he's not.
Maybe she's gonna meet a based. Maybe she'll meet a based pool boy who'll red pill her with his dick. That is a pretty.
Perhaps. I mean, I contend that you can't spell cocaine without AOC, and that she is Capitol Hill's cocaine girl.
I'm not gonna lie. I was doing my own part. I have some far leftist friends who I was, arguing with privately. They'd share, you share stories and reels and you could comment privately on them. And I remember a lot of people saying all the misinformation about schmortions. Like, it's like abortions are not that big of a deal. I think that was kind of proven. But like, I remember this was been going around. And they keep saying like the same stories. And it's like, no, dude, an ectopic pregnancy. The treatment for that is called scalpingectomy, salpingostomy, or a methotrexate. Jesus Christ. But it's not called abortion. Also, this septic uterus thing is not, it's antibiotics. It's not an abortion. That's the treatment for that. Treatment for incomplete miscarriage is also not called an abortion. And none of these treatments are illegal anywhere. And
not only that, it is also, you have a time limit. There is it's not like you can get it done at any point in any time. No, you have a time limit as towards when you can. You have up until the 3rd trimester to get an abortion.
Yeah.
After that, the doctors are legally bound to not perform them.
Well, it depends on the state, unfortunately. I mean, there are still some states that
because by then it's actually taking the form of a person, and people are like, by then many of them say no.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the one where the lady's calling asking about 24 weeks or something, and the nurse is like, oh yeah, absolutely. Now there's two things about that. Either A, the nurse is stupid and doesn't realize what she's saying, she doesn't realize what 24 weeks is, or B, that's also bad. That's also bad when the nurses are or was it 34 weeks? I think they were saying 34 weeks because they're showing like pictures of actual full grown, slightly premature babies and being like, this is what 34 weeks looks like or whatever. And the nurse is like, oh, absolutely. You just come in and do this, and we're going to do that and this and that. And she'd be like, at 34 weeks. Like, yep. Now, either the nurse is stupid, which is also bad, and she doesn't know what that means, and she's not paying attention, or B, it is allowed, and whatever. Either way, it's not good. I mean, there's just
it's a bad look, regardless.
Yeah,
right. It's either idiotic or evil.
Right.
If you want to, if you're a girl and you want to fuck around without any consequences, I got 2 suggestions for you. Either get your tubes tied or get a hysterectomy.
Or only have sex when you're having your period. That's another thing you could do.
Yeah.
Strawberry cheesecakes every night.
Hysterectomy is sexist. It's his hysterectomy. It should be her hysterectomy.
Her hysterectomy, yeah. I mean,
why do men get to control that word? Gosh.
Yeah, well, what I'm going to say to the losers, the people who are still like crying about Kamala Harris. I mean, that's the thing. Some people like voted for Kamala and she lost and they're like, oh, darn, they're handling it like normal people. And to those people, I commend you. We had to do the same shit last year in a time, except that was way more infuriating because, 3 a.m. ballot box.
3 a.m. ballot dumps. Yeah.
That was a little hard to swallow and hard to take take on the chin, but we did it, And granted, a couple
who's used to taking it on the chin?
It's like, though the hard to swallow, Kamala definitely doesn't relate.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to say is you're doing your best. which is fucking embarrassing. Okay, so good for you. I'm sorry you're upset. When lemons, the lemons life gave you. I'm sorry.
What is it they say in The Rock?
The Rock's a tourist attraction?
No,
losers do their best. Winners go home and bang the prom queen.
I knew what quote you were talking about. I just love saying that. The Rock's a tourist attraction. That's a good movie, though. Honestly, now
losers go home and always complain about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Yeah. I love your little Sean Connery accent. It's good. Now we did talk about this briefly on Gooch's channel at the end of the night, but I thought I wanted to bring this up. But yeah, wicked.com is not the same as wickedmovie.com. Just FYI. But also what I want to talk about is how bad these toys
although I'll be honest, I'd rather watch the wicked.com version of Wicked.
Yeah, I should know.
Do you guys think they're going to get sued for that?
Well, them claiming this is an accident is ridiculous because I'm like, you wouldn't post a website name that you had not claimed the domain.
Right. And it's one of those
ridiculous.
things.
They knew what they were doing.
It's either that or someone so stupid, this graphic artist did not double check. Or like, to be fair, like when I get information to put on the graphic art, like they send it to me, copy like verbatim, and I copy and paste it, this way to avoid. Because bands spell their names stupid. I don't know what the restaurants, what the bar, the venue's address is. I trust that you're going to send me that correct info. Right. So to be fair, like the graphic artist probably, if he was up to snuff, he would have noticed like, wait a minute, this website's wrong. But but I can guarantee you this graphic artist is going to be the one that gets 100% of the blame. Because
I'm of two thoughts on this, like going along with what you're saying is like, all right, so like
I like two thoughts in my Wicked picture too.
Yeah, exactly. But like Wicked.com has been around for like 20 some odd years at this point in time. So either this person is like completely dense and very
a woman could just be a woman who isn't a gooner, like that's a possibility.
I suppose. But that's what I'm saying is like they either have to be incredibly naive to this and never anything, or like, because I don't know how anybody graphic artist, like a man who like has existed for like the last 20 some odd years, wouldn't come across a Wicked.
But like, say Scooby, I don't want to put you on the spot, but for scientific reasons, you're a woman. You seem to be not a giant pervert. Are you aware of Wicked, the brand of pornography films? Were you aware of that before this whole thing, or is this all news to you?
It's news to me.
Okay,
but then again, I have an older brother, so that would have been
your older brother knows about it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this graphic artist was a female. Again, just copying and pasting everything.
Well,
but
when I will say this: when I saw the dolls, the first thing that came to my mind was, "Those aren't women; those are men." Those are men.
They look a little. That's something I also wanted to kind of focus on that nobody seems to be talking about. Is the dolls themselves just look very generic and dumb. But apparently they sing and stuff, so I guess that alone is worth, buying. Nothing. But the point is, like,
when they sing, if they sound muffled, then they belong on Wicked.com.
Oh,
at least the muff part.
Yeah, blue collars watch many Wicked films. Yeah, I agree.
Like when I saw the story of it being a porn site, it took me a second to remember that because it's not a website I've ever been to. But then, like after about 10 seconds of like it wasn't hard to fathom that was the name of a porn site. But then after about 10 seconds, I was like, wait a minute, I have heard of that before. That's actually like what 10 years ago or 15 years ago or something. I was like, that was actually pretty well known, I think.
Little Ariel's here in the chat, and she also has never heard of Wicked.com. So again, maybe it's just we men are perverts.
Well, clearly,
Well, here's something like literally like there's a spot in the city I live in where there's like a lot of restaurants and shopping outlets, and there's literally a Hustler store over in that area. And Wicked is one of the signs you would see like right on the front of the store.
Right.
Like, all the time. So whether you went in or not, it's like you were aware of the name.
Yeah. And like I said, when I was in art school, I was working at a novelty shop. That was 20 years ago. So Wicked is at least 20 years Because I think that Jenna Jameson, like a lot of her stuff was through Wicked.
No, we have wicked.com on the back of that. And then right as we're talking about this, warning, choking hazard.
Oh no.
What's also interesting, like this one sings.
Well played. Well played, Scott.
Oh, okay.
Since it's two girls, it's fitting. It's kind of the don't ask, don't Mattel policy.
Oh, the other thing that I'm noticing is this packaging is in Spanish. So that could be another reason why the graphic artist did not notice this. Is the back in Spanish too? But again, apparently, yeah, this is all in Spanish. I didn't even notice this. Yes, this is all. Yeah, so that makes more sense why they wouldn't look this up. Like again, but then again, I think it's on all the English toys as well.
Well, here's the thing though. I'd have a hard time.
Here we go.
Like to me, it's like the person who would get in trouble is whoever wrote the transcript for what was supposed to be on the back of that toy, because that's likely where the mistake was made. Not necessarily the artist, but whoever gave them the transcript. Put this on your box.
Yeah.
Put this on your box.
Yeah, at least there's a
Again,
the unintended comedy that's going to happen in this conversation.
Hold on a second.
Put this on your
Again,
box.
Go ahead, Scooby.
Again, here's two things that come to my perverted little mind. Pap
And
smear.
Pat, yes, Pap
What
and
do you
Pat. I
do?
was just about to point that out. It's
right.
Pap and Pet. That's my method, y'all.
Pap smear or pet the girl.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. Heavy petting is encouraged.
Oh no.
Get this off
Wicked.com,
the screen
guys.
before we go too far.
Yeah. What's also interesting, and I didn't really pay attention to this, but the fucking Wicked Witch of the West's name is Alphaba.
Alphaba.
new.
Yeah,
That's weird.
the Alphaba
it's not really. So if you're going to like the Frank Baum books, she has a bunch of different names. It is the name in the book Wicked, and from what I recall, it might be the musical. Well, obviously it is the musical because the movie's based off the musical. But yeah, I went on a deep dive into that a couple weeks back because I was like, Alphaba, like no, but the Wicked Witch of the West actually has a bunch of different names in Frank Baum's world, but that is not one of them. I was
gonna say that sounds like some weird woke shit that got like stuck in there for the musical at that point in time.
So
no, I can tell you this. I've read about half of the book Wicked.
So have I. It's wild.
It's pretty if you like hold like the Wizard of Oz story as kind of this sacred kind of children's story, which I always did. Wicked kind of after that first I was like, I don't want to read this. This is getting really freaking weird.
Yeah,
there's some weird crap in that book. I was like, nah.
Well, this is like the prime example, the first one of the first examples, or at least first successful examples of empathizing with the Disney villain or whatever, the child's movie villain.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you can't do that kind of thing, like kind of make fantasy characters like that a little bit more adult. Like the series Fables, I think, does it wonderfully. Fables is actually really good.
It's good to give them depth. It's good to give your villains depth and understand where they're coming from, but they still got to be your villain. They still got to be evil, Even if they're misguided, but still.
I do like that hole is cut out like right over her chest.
Yeah, well, that's the button. You press her titties or her belly and start singing.
Heavy petting. That's where the petting is involved.
Yeah,
ladies,
so she sings the song.
Is that actually, ladies, how you get them to sing?
No.
I couldn't see if that's her crotch.
No, the noise comes from her crotch. That's where it comes from.
The heavy petting, evidently, heavy petting makes women sing, and they sing from their vaginas.
And how much would I bet they're going to claim it's racist when the Glinda doll sells a lot more because she's played by Ariana Grande and she's pink and she's, I don't know. I mean, she's not evil.
Golly, how much of a freaking A cup did they make her? My gosh.
Well, I mean, I don't think
she's an Ariana
Grande, yeah, I don't think she's.
Yeah, but usually they exaggerate that with the toys. They don't make their
stacked.
Well, you haven't been paying attention to current state of non-gendering toys. I'm surprised that they don't.
Yeah,
have
you're right. I
male
have not
physiques.
been keeping up with toys.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be the first to say that I think the artists, the graphic artists who made the packaging, they should not be in trouble at all. Whoever, like I said, whoever sent out that email with the copy on it needs a serious tongue lashing and probably getting fired and probably being the brunt of any lawsuits that happen or anything like that. Like, I mean, seriously.
Who else knows about tongue lashing? The people at Wicked.
Yeah. Well, it just tells you, man, like it just shows you this is a prime example, like graphic design nightmares, like the kind of like simple, like, oh, it's a typo, but like the consequences of this typo are like, holy shit, this is front page news now because of a typo. You know what I mean?
I mean, like,
that
given
is insane.
the actual name of the website, it's a big friggin' typo. Because like the website, it's literally wickedmovie.com. I mean, which granted also does sound like a porn site, but it is the official site.
Someone
so
just
missed
assumed
a whole word.
Yeah, this is more than a typo. It would be one thing if it was wicked misspelled or wicked com, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone was like, it's obviously wicked.com. Like that's the name of the website. I'm not even going to double check. Or someone played a real fucked up joke on somebody or tried to intentionally sabotage someone or something. Someone tried to make a real bad joke that didn't work. I don't know.
They'll catch it.
And here's the other thing that could have happened.
Proof that copy editors don't exist anymore.
Dude, here's another thing that could have happened. It was caught and edited, but for some reason, the old unrevised copy was sent to the package people, and it was already too late. You know, that happens all the time too. This is why.
Well, true. I used to run a printing press, and we used to do all the pressings 6 to 8 weeks out.
Sometimes you get an outdated edit, and you don't even realize. Like this is why it's good to say I save over. You know, because like I know they say like, oh, you should save copies of everything, and it's like no, you're just cluttering your hard drive up with crap, and now this kind of mistake can happen. Ariel says no. Everyone involved with these toys guilty. Cop car. Northern English Bastards here. Hail, you beautiful bastards. Fire Mattel, says Gord King. I agree.
I gotta say,
Devastator is here. Hello, how you doing, buddy?
That whole guilty comment makes me think of Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
When he jumps in front of the guy, points at him, and he goes, guilty.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of funny that you can't cry racing? What?
I think he meant to say racism, but I did point out it's like Racy 8.
Yeah,
I think you can cry Racy 8.
Yeah.
Racy 8.
No, that is a
I think Racy 8 is a rating on wicked.com. I rate this a Racy 8.
I saw the old, like they keep playing that damn Wicked trailer in front of every movie, and or at least every movie I've gone and seen in the theaters, and it's like, dude, her nose is huge. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry. You're an uglier green person than Shrek.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And the funny thing is her nose is big, but in the wrong direction. It's supposed to be long and like not
yeah. She's got big nostrils. And that's the thing. That's the other thing. Let's put a prosthetic nose on you, and it's like, no, that's not allowed. Probably, yeah. You gotta have the nose on the chin.
Freaked out when they edited that stupid poster. She's like,
yeah. You made my lips red and you covered my eyes.
That's erasing me.
It's not like you were erasing my personality.
I
mean, racism. She doesn't have one.
Oh, honey, you have to get one first.
She's shallow and skin deep, and that skin has been dyed.
It's racism.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Cap trailer, Blue Collar. We'll talk about that in a second. First, I want to show these new jeans that I'm going to get. Megan's going to make them for me.
Gosh.
These are going to be fun. I can't wait to start rocking these. I wish my pants were in frame right now, but yes, I'm going to put these on and take them to all the country bars and ask women like, care for a dance, you know?
Yeah, that razzle dazzle is going to get you some rizzle jizzle.
Yeah.
Try doing that Scooby-Doo handshake then.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's called de-dazzling.
That's right. Star-studded.
In other movie news, I guess, we got some other coming attractions. But first, get in the van. There's candy. And here's the candy in the van. That would be fun, right?
Rest in peace.
Has there been an actor where there's a more long-standing sorrow for his passing? He died a long time ago now. And yet... There's very few celebrity deaths that have affected me as much as John Candy, because he's just one of those.
John Belushi.
I mean, I didn't grow up with John Belushi. I kind of didn't glom onto his movies for much later. John Candy, I grew up with.
Hartman, they kind of died around the same time.
But
Hartman
John
a bit later,
Candy, I think, means more than Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman, a little bit, but John Candy was kind of like mythical. He's like fucking dragon.
I think it's because he's Candy is like in that millennial sweet spot for like when the millennial generation started. So
Yeah.
I think he died
He was
around
Uncle
that.
Buck, for fuck's sake.
He's everyone's Uncle Buck. That's exactly what I was about
Exactly.
to say.
Yeah, I was about to say he was a total sweetheart. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a big fat guy who smoked and drank and did cocaine. So it's one of those things where don't you're gonna live hard, live fast.
Right, that's right.
But I guess
he came up kind of pretty chill and cool, honestly. Like even in Uncle Buck,
yeah.
where you're like, okay, this guy, you would be tempted to say he's a loser because of the life he leads, but given his attitude and the way he carries himself, it's like he's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy.
He's the Bob Ross of comedy.
That's not a bad.
I like that actually.
Yeah.
He's chill guy. I loved him in.
I
loved his. He had some great cameos too. I loved him. He's got that brief part in Little Shop of Horrors, where he's the radio guy, and he's doing all the slapsticks and the ratchet sounds, and he's like running the radio show. Where'd you get something so weird? I don't know if that worked just now. Did it?
That did not
we
look
heard
very
it.
good. I'll say that
worked
much.
well
It did
enough.
not look very good on camera.
All right. But yeah, that was a good one. I guess Blue Collar asked us for this, so let's dive into some more Cape shit nerd nonsense. Apparently this is a big deal.
Care anymore.
What the heck is that?
I know. I haven't seen this trailer, to be honest, so
Looks like an overturned ashtray on his head.
Is that Whoopi Goldberg?
It's dust flavored. It's
No,
dust flavored cotton candy.
That's the hairstyle that like everybody like born in the 2010s will have.
Has to have now. You have to have
but I'm
shaved
saying
head
like
and-
when they're older,
okay.
that's how old people are gonna look.
Bussin'. Straight bussin'. He's got a weird shaped head too. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Like it reminds me of Whoopi Goldberg, only not so predator. Dreaded.
No, but it seems
And
like he's
about
got
half the size.
he seems he has like an indent on the right side of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What the heck?
Coordinated.
The split screen is kind of terrible for this trailer.
Yeah, they're just trying to not have you see half as much of a shitty movie. It's not.
I don't
as
like-
bad as it could be.
I don't like Anthony Mackie as it is because he's an asshole.
Like I like him in a couple of movies. I think he's a solid actor, but
He's just
yeah,
not,
I mean,
he's not a good leading
not
man.
leading,
you know?
No,
he's
not at all. Not at all.
Not a
I
lead.
liked him in the Black Mirror episode where him and his homie were like gay gamer buddies. That was fun.
Jeez. He's great in the Hurt Locker.
Oh, right.
He was annoying as hell in not Winter Soldier, in that TV series he got.
Oh, yeah. Falcon and the
Oh
Winter
gosh,
Soldier.
I mean everything about that show.
Who better,
rough.
Senator?
I never watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't give a shit about any of the Marvel stuff after.
They literally demonized the person that should be the hero of the entire show.
Yeah, and I saw the do better senator thing and
better,
all the other
Senator.
crap. Yeah, I mean,
You gotta do better, Senator.
Captain Falcon. There was like a whole comic book storyline back when I was a little kid about how it would be indignant for him to take on the name Captain America.
I hate them. I hate when superhero names are passed on like
Mantles,
batons.
yeah.
Stupid.
All right.
I
They
hate that.
tried to do that with
Falcon is good
Thor.
enough as Falcon.
They're like Thor is the mantle. I was like, no, Thor is the
No,
hero.
there's his name. It's his
Fucking-
goddamn name, for fuck's sake.
oh yeah, this is the part that's having a huge contention. I'm assuming that Falcon gets super soldier serum, right? This is the only way.
He'd have
it
to.
can work.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it's not
Because
like
otherwise-
somebody's
Hey,
period blood
By
on
the
him or
way, in that
anything.
picture, this is just straight up physics. Okay, with Captain America's shield, yes, it would like disperse the energy and whatever from the punch. There's still
Oh.
a giant fucking red arm that is going to be pushing you back, like
Right.
you would go flying. That's just the occupation of like space. Like that's just how physics work. You wouldn't just stop dead in its tracks. Like that's
Right.
not
Yeah, exactly. Also, Ariel, she's not a huge nerd. So, yes, there is a Red Hulk. He's a bad guy. And yeah, it is General Thunderbolt, typically. Lord Toxic says his Veteran Day stream got shut down due to communism. That is some bullshit.
No.
Well, feel free to pop in here. You're always welcome, buddy. Yeah, Philip Morgan says that doesn't look great. What's funny is I wasn't even sharing audio and nobody cared, and everyone was like, whatever.
No, I was appreciative of the fact there was no audio because it's like only half as much cringe that way. It's like
that CGI looks like crap.
Makes it marginally better.
Well, maybe you should, pay your animators.
I'm completely checked out of the MCU at this point. I was holding out a mild bit of hope that they would get Deadpool and Wolverine wrong. I know some people liked it. I think it's awful. I'm just like, okay, if y'all can't even get that right, then I have no interest beyond if I could make money off of you. That's it.
Well, I'm glad you're saying that because there's also a 3.5-minute special for the new Thunderbolts movie that I have.
Oh, the actual Captain America movie.
I can't believe
he was Captain America. He got like syringed and everything. I mean, he did the thing. He had the shield.
I can't believe they took Bucky and made him a senator.
He's cucky now. He's cucky.
Cucky.
And they even said in the first couple of times that you see him, he's actually a villain.
Yeah. Lord Toxic says here, Thunderbolt's basically the MCU Suicide Squad. I haven't seen this, so let's go ahead and watch this.
America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma?
I do love this old red limousine. I swear I've been in a car like that wasn't a limo version of it.
Oh, me too.
Step on it.
The red interior and everything, the red fluffy interior or whatever.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Oh, it's such Marvel zany comedy. They're shooting at us with a 50 caliber machine gun. Let's tell jokes.
Defensive measures.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is insane.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
I can't believe that was what happened just now.
That really took you that long to think of that. What the heck?
Seriously, one shot from her pistol.
No, it's something else. It's something else.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's
powered by feminism.
Bucky. Yeah.
There's Bucky.
Hey.
Yeah.
Senator Bucktavious Barnes.
That song for a
He
family
sits in a senatorial cuck chair.
Woo! Reverse wheelies. Oh wait, that's not my metal arm. Ow!
That's what I talk about.
Jeez.
How can they see from all the way? Yeah, they're 100.
Like I said, villain Bucky.
So he took those guys out to threaten to it's like he could have taken them out too. It's like, okay. Makes perfect sense.
Wasn't cheap, but
Tulsi Gabbard.
You know what's funny is she's the biggest star. She's the biggest star in the whole movie when you think about it.
eat shit, Valentina.
I'd say
the Avengers had
I'd
such
say
big
Florence
A-listers.
Pugh, I think, is probably a bigger star at this point.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is definitely worth more and has been in more stuff.
Well, she's
probably
worth more because of
recognizable.
who she married and her family. I mean,
I guarantee you more people have watched Seinfeld than the Marvel movies that she has
Than
in.
Midsummer or any of the So I mean, like
Midsummer's
culturally
good. Don't get me wrong. And
speaking,
don't get me wrong.
worldwide,
I am forgetting about Oppenheimer. Ariel says, I
guess
have no
she
idea what's
politics
going
after
on.
that.
Don't worry, neither do we.
Yeah, no one really
she showed
cares.
them. She showed them little flapjacks, and everyone kind of lost interest.
Yep.
She should have kept them hidden, you know.
Yeah. It's like, well, you've solved the mystery, and God, I feel like it wasn't a mystery we're solving now. Yeah. So my take on this is, like once again, U.S. agent John Walker is like the most interesting character within this whole thing, and like the person you'd actually root for.
I think that's the whole reason they're formed, is to protect him.
Dude, also, why does every fucking trailer have like Yeah, I just hate how every trailer has the reconstructed, like resampled, like
Old
pop
music,
song
yeah.
played
Right.
slowly with orchestral music. Stop doing that. Play the song. Just play the fucking song. This would be more hyping if this was just the song straight up. You know.
So
Like,
help me,
go for that.
Jesus! I won't watch this. Okay, not for money.
Look, I got nothing wrong with this movie. I'm sure it might actually be better than most of the Marvel stuff. It might be.
Or
but
it'd probably be better than Captain
Wait,
America.
Wait, hang
This
on.
logo
Can you
is
really
atrocious.
Be sure? Can you really be sure about that with any Marvel movie at this
No.
point?
No.
There's
but I
always
mean-
a chance they actually are making their next worst one.
It looks better than the Marvels. It looks better than whatever fucking else crap came out.
It definitely looks better than Eternals. I'll give it.
So
that.
the title is Thunderbolts, and they don't even like stylize the L into like a fucking lightning bolt or some
it's
shit. Like
This is just
this is
Gotham
Helvetica.
font. This is just Gotham font. It's Gotham. It is literally Gotham, and it's just like a Gotham regular with like a little texture on it. That's all it is.
I've seen better like newspaper articles about Thunderbolts that use more exciting fonts.
Dude, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I did that on my short video where we're discussing the poster that everyone was misunderstanding visually, that it looked like he had an extra finger there for AI. There was a movie I watched that was heavily influenced by AI, and we're going to go over that later. But, even if that poster, like I said in my video, I was like, if that poster was made with AI, that's impressive.
All right,
but
I don't think anybody's called it this yet, so I'm going to be Thunderdolts.
That's
I'm
okay.
planting the flag. Thunderdolts.
Blunderbolts.
Even better. There we go, sir.
Blunderbolts is good too. It might be better because it's alliteration. Shut up, Meg, says Lord Toxic. You might be talking about me. Oh no, Megalodon right here. The toadies are the shit though. Exactly. Yeah, I was saying, why don't we just play the song? Meg's here. How sweet. Ross was recruited to make the Thunderbolts after he lost to Hulk. They're gonna mess it all up, says Blue Collar. He's crying, driving people around, yelling at his phone with passengers in his backseat. I love it. They had to make him from villain to anti-hero. Well, people love the Hulk. And if we're not going to have Hulk, you might as well make Red Hulk not a terrible bad guy, which is stupid.
Here's the thing. If the Thunderbolts
Thunderguns, that's better. Honestly.
If the Thunderbolts actually kill the current version of the Incredible Hulk, I'm totally fine with that.
Oh yeah.
Thundercucks I already used when Two Girls One Thundercuck came out, and I'm of course referring to Thor 4.
Well,
if I do recall, they still intend. If I do recall, Feige did mention he intends on making a Planet Hulk movie.
Yeah, he said that before. Yeah.
In which our favorite She-Hulk actress will be in.
Oh yeah, I mean, might as well. And
Yeah.
who knows, we've seen other properties do 180s. I know. Oh God, I just someone wanted. Yeah, Blue Collar wanted us to talk about the one movie trailer, and I'm like, what other new movie trailers are there? And there's a few, and they all look.
This movie actually proves that Scar was the legitimate king.
I know, like everything that he complained about was totally spot on now. And it's like, geez, wow,
and
way
he
to
got cut over by the adopted younger brother.
Yeah.
Blue Collar.
And it's
Lord
a race-
Texas wanted to
it's a
know if
race
Blue Collar.
too.
Yeah, Blue
I
Collar.
think whoever wrote
all
this
the,
script
all
should
the
be
bad.
deported.
Yeah, if you notice, all the bad lines in it are white.
Yeah, this is like stoking racism. Quite honestly, it's like no, I think they've got I think they've got a legitimate beef here.
This is horrifying.
Can I just say I appreciate the diplomacy with which Scooby said the bad lines and not just the script.
Yeah, Lord Toxic is asking Blue Collar, should Losers Lounge return after the new year? Probably it's probably not gonna, but that's up to Blue Collar. And even if it does, shit, dude, he'll probably invite different people. I mean, yeah, change the scenery. But yeah, I mean, we tried on a different day, a different week. Maybe we could do it monthly instead of weekly. I don't know. I'm down for whatever, guys.
You think they're gonna call the White Lions the Pride Boys?
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, this is the thing.
Oh, it's Seth Rogen.
It's
Hooray.
the thing. It's time.
Back.
I'll tell you the story. A story. So glad I
Honestly, the saddest thing about the
the
Lion King
Pride
remake-
Lands look a lot grosser when they're covered in.
Yeah.
When they're covered in Disney live action.
Honestly,
yeah, I
the
mean,
sad
it's just
thing is
the
that
worst
Seth
thing about
Rogen-
it.
Good.
I feel like there's a delay or something. Let me see.
Maybe.
No, yeah, I was gonna say the problem with the live action Pride Lands is they look like they're covered in lion piss or something. Like everything's wet and grimy. It doesn't look cool. You know.
Yeah, I was saying the Lion King, like the colors don't
pop.
Yeah, the sad thing about the Lion King remake was that Seth Rogen was arguably the best voice actor in that entire movie.
Oh, right.
I think he probably was, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, when that's your high point, you're pretty low.
High point.
See, that movie probably would have done better in theaters if the animals actually had moved their mouths.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That movie did exceptionally well in theaters.
It did do well. It did do well.
Yeah, which is why they made this abomination.
But
it's
that
one
just
of
shows
the 10 highest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah, well, that shows the power of the original.
It made $1.6 billion.
It still would have been better
sadly-
if they moved their mouths, because otherwise it just feels like you're watching one internal monologue movie.
I wish, like, it would have just been better if they could have just, like, I don't know, like upscaled the cell animation and just put that out again, but that makes too much sense.
When they re-released The Lion King in the 90s, it did really well the second time around. If they re-released the live action one, how much you want to bet it does terribly?
The original Lion King is actually the closest 2D animated film to the $1 billion mark. No 2D animated movie has made $1 billion yet, but The Lion King is like a re-release away from hitting the mark. It'll be the first.
Just the if I do recall, the stampede scene took at least 2 years for them to make.
Yeah, and it's glorious.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see what this shit is.
In fact, the original Lion King is the highest grossing non-billion-dollar movie ever.
Nice.
Two brothers who said
So it's at 999 something or other. Then
Well, it's at 981 million worldwide. It's just it's 6 million ahead of Oppenheimer.
So watch the colors of the lions when it comes to the good versus the bad.
Oh, right.
I'm telling you, it's a race thing.
Oh yeah, totes.
She does indeed have someone.
That's Zazu, my scout. Don't eat him.
You heard her. Do not eat me.
oh, they replaced John Oliver. That's good to know.
Kingdoms to see.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Finally, food. If you take my life, you will never find where you are going. Parker, do not eat him. Wonderful. Another we're not supposed to eat.
This is a terrible voice.
I mean, well, we have to remember this is prequel, so like that's probably why they didn't get John Oliver, because there's no way they're going to make him sound younger.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be younger. Good.
Yeah.
You know, one could say that the intent of this movie is to lionize Scar.
Yes.
Now,
See,
what is
look,
up with
You
the
might say
fucking
that Disney are the
happy-go-lucky
real
music?
Lion Kings here.
See, look at that. White
Yeah, I mean,
lion
it's just-
sad.
Yeah, it's just, the music is totally like not appropriate. You know,
Be one Lion King.
Akimba, is
Discover
that
the
you?
journey. Oh right, that forged a kingdom.
What do we do?
Get ready to run!
The lion colonizers.
That's right.
Killer bees.
Brown lion good, white lion bad.
To rule without mercy.
We're gonna find out that Mufasa ate worms and maggots and bugs with Timon and Pumbaa when he was a young lad, right?
He doesn't realize that
course.
fall off the waterfall would have killed both of them. That would have totally killed both of those.
Now imagine if the bad lions were black, like how the dudes would shut up about it, you know?
Right?
It's basically that's
Well,
what
here's
it
the
is.
thing.
It's
They might
white
actually-
lion bad, white lion bad, brown lion
Well-
good.
Well, here's the thing. There would probably be a bit of a case for that if they made black lions bad, because black lions don't exist. So it'd be like, you specifically made the bad ones black? What the heck?
Black lions matter. Oh god.
Why don't you make them tigers or something? I don't know. Lions versus
Because
tigers.
tigers
sounds
are
cool.
obviously the real kings of the jungle. Tigers are the best.
That's right.
Yeah, because they live in the jungle first of all, and technically,
I don't care
Wait.
what anyone says. I think the tiger is the most beautiful creature, other than like a hot woman.
I thought I heard I'm hearing a Sammy Z Pete. I'm hearing it.
Yep.
We got to put Sammy
Yep,
on the side of
totes.
his head.
It is live and happening right now.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Maybe he's just got it on the soundboard now.
I don't blame him. I mean, we're grown men watching fucking Lion King trailers and shit. So I mean,
Put something good on, like Sonic 3.
Well, tell the fucking movie people to make better movie trailers that just dropped. Here's something with starring Jack Black, Dear Santa. I just saw the poster advertisements for this a few days ago, and already the trailer's out. Okay. Paramount Plus, which means it's probably coming out. It'll probably be released like this December.
This is one of those.
Fuck you, it's January.
Yeah, they expedite
this is just one of those. Let's just push it out there real quick, and who cares?
Yeah, these like straight to streaming movies get expedited with the promotions. Like we don't really get the hype, the build up. Like Nosferatu's been hyped like all year,
as it should.
And they're already showing it like to screener audiences 2 months early, and everyone says that everyone's saying it goes hard. So I'm excited about it.
Well, I mean, that's Robert Eggers, so you can do that with him. Like he's quality filmmaker.
Let's see who made this one. Dear Santa, starring Jack Black. I have also not seen this. I don't know what the hell we're about to see.
Happens.
I know.
Kid sends a letter to Santa, but Liam
To Santa.
No.
Satan? Yeah, Satan Claus, right on. Woo.
That is stupid, but I'm here for it.
As if only one kid would do that, especially these days.
I'm here in my red suit.
Thank you.
Now, I appreciate the original premise, kind of, and kind of a fresh take on the Santa movies. But can we stop with all the demonic nonsense? Like,
no, because we're supposed to love demons, don't you know?
Actually, Stupenzo. Technically, there is some legitimate lore to a demonic Santa, also known as Krampus.
Oh, right.
Some
I know all about
Oh, yeah.
So
that's what I was gonna mention here in a second. Was it seems more like Santa Krampus or Satan Krampus?
Maybe a Krampus.
Santa Claus,
it turns like this isn't like
Krampus is demonic, is the evil demonic form of Santa, and that's what some countries actually call Santa. Some people don't even like. Some countries don't even like Santa, so they have Krampus.
What about Schwartz Pete?
Oh yeah, Black Peter.
Yeah,
there was also
Negro.
This isn't pentagram Satan; it's anagram Satan.
Yeah, and the thing we also have to remember that Santa is a corporate shill for Coca-Cola.
Dude, I think Jack Black could do a good devil. I mean, he always like sang about him in his Tenacious D band songs.
He's past his prime. I'm really tired.
Honestly, I'm getting hardcore Uncle Dominic vibes right here. My Uncle Dominic.
I mean, he does look like a Krampus.
This is totally my Uncle Dominic right here with a beard.
You're not what I expected.
What'd you expect?
But in the movies, the reindeer usually have the antlers, not you.
Kid, are you high? I'm ready for kids.
Oh, it's the
You
Fairley
lucked out big
Brothers.
time, so I'm way better than Santa. Ho, ho, frickin' ho. You, my friend, are getting 3 wishes.
You mean like the genie?
They stole that from me. By the way, after you...
Please tell me this movie's a road trip movie, because every Fairley Brother movie is a road trip movie, right? Am I mistaken in that?
Yeah.
Not every one of them. No, Fever Pitch is a Fairley Brothers movie.
It looks like it's
not a road
about to be, considering he has the kid in the backyard. I have a feeling the kid's about to
Backpack.
Oh, the
There you
kid
go.
goes to hell, hopefully. Let's see.
Make your
Or
wishes.
to the North Pole.
You ain't never had a friend like me. Okay, that I may have stolen from Aladdin. Now we're even.
All right, I don't like
Let me
that.
show you a few
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, see,
Let's
road
take
trip.
a young kid gambling and take him to jail. Let's take him to go see hookers and meet Post Malone.
This is just
road trip.
blank check. This
Oh
is
my
just blank
God.
check.
He's going to
This is like
means getting my soul.
I think he's just confused.
We believe you.
Shit.
so this is the Farley Brothers Ridley Scott movie of today. Like there is no going home again.
Sue me, I'm thirsty.
I tried everything. That kid's incorruptible.
What about doing something out of kindness?
I don't even know what you just said. I mean, I know all the words, but I just never heard them in that order.
Yeah, road trip.
All these
I'm his
jokes.
uncle. Beat it.
Who do you think you are?
And,
None of
and
these
in
jokes
the end,
are
we're gonna
landing.
find out that Santa or Satan rather is a good guy. He's
Yeah,
a
Satan's just
jolly.
misunderstood. Yeah. He's gonna find the holidays. Honestly, that'd be cool if Satan found his holiday spirit.
The pleasure was mine.
And that probably won't happen. Reminds me of a more chill Little Nicky with Adam Sandler. Yeah. Jack Black can
Only
do
Little Nicky.
facial animations, and he could do a deep voice for a villain. So I guess that's good enough.
Only Little Nicky was actually funnier.
Yeah, Little Nicky
Dudicus
rock.
wants to know if well, I remember the worst part. I remember after watching Little Nicky in the theaters. I remember like everyone was just craving Popeyes, and I remember that was like my first time realizing, like, dude, we're totally fucking programmed right now. You know, like what the fuck? That damn advertisement worked. Popeyes is fucking awesome.
Shit. Yeah.
Dudicus is wondering if Keeley is also playing Quake, which means I guess he's playing Quake. Keeley is confused by that question, meaning he is also playing Quake, or he has no idea what Dudicus is talking about.
Is the shit.
Facts. She loves Little Nicky very much, says Ariel. He was good as Bowser, of course. Then he got Kung Fu Panda 4, which sucked. Misunderstanding Satan, sympathy for another villain. Yeah, exactly.
Sympathy for the devil.
What's the betting
Which
line on sympathy for the devil being used? What is the over/under?
I don't know.
Oh.
The one movie that I liked is there was a Krampus movie that came out, and it was directed by the guy who made Gremlins, and I absolutely loved it because I love the movie Gremlins.
I'm almost surprised they didn't have Sympathy for the Devil as the music in this trailer.
Right, but like Orky says, I mean, if it's not in the trailer, then they're probably not putting it in the movie. I'm gonna say, because if they spent money on the Rolling Stones already, then they would have.
They would. Right. Because they wouldn't want to just save that just for like the end credit roll, unless like they save like 100,000. But even then, like you're gonna, no.
Oh my God, this comes out in a week or two. Holy shit! This comes out
It'll
on
be out before Thanksgiving. Yeah.
God damn.
Well,
it.
so everyone, as much as I like Gremlins, I kind of like Gremlins 2 more.
Gremlins 2 is hilarious.
It's one of the best meta movies I've ever seen. It's so funny.
Both Gremlin movies are great. I love them both.
Yeah.
I love that they're very different movies too.
It's like Alien to Aliens. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off.
All right. Good
Good rest, Sammy.
Have a good one, Sammy.
Good night.
Good night. Sweet dreams. Enjoy sleeping upstairs for once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for
in
you.
your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I should follow your lead. I am literally 15 minutes away from being up for 24 hours right now. But I'm on my second wind. Things are good. Keep this shit moving forward. I don't have shit to do tomorrow, so.
Of course. All right. Good seeing you, Sammy. Let's
night,
watch
guys.
the movies again soon.
Yeah. Safe travel, sir.
All right. See,
Like, when it came to Gremlins,
Yeah.
in the first one, the kid's gonna spoiler alert, people. The kid tries to kill the evil one by tossing him in the pool and hoping he'll drown. It's like, dude, you had one job and you just fucked it up by getting him wet.
Yeah. What's funny is like you get it wet and you realize you can make more. I would be the kid who was like, okay, who on my neighborhood wants a gremlin? You know, wants a mogwai. But then, yeah, that would.
I know, it's like he had the warning, don't get them wet. And what do? Throw it into a fucking pool.
Maybe they thought it was like Denzel Washington from Training Day. He was like, "Well, I'm not making him smoke crack, you know. So like, you know, this should be fine."
You had one fucking job. One job. Throws it in a pool.
Now I wonder what a gremlin on or a mogwai on crack would do. You know, because like
it's like throws it in a pool, quickly runs out, shuts the door. Next, you see all these lights flashing and everything. And you're like, oh God, what a fucking moron.
It is difficult to fathom a creature that doesn't need liquid sustenance of any kind. That is odd.
Right. I mean, the water in their blood, does that not count, I guess? You know, like
Apparently they don't have it.
Questions
Maybe
about
they're like
gremlins.
aliens and they have acid for blood.
The question about don't feed them after midnight. Well, when is it safe to feed them again? Like once the sun comes up, or
what time zone are we talking about here? Like the time zone they were
they
born
literally
in, or
addressed
the
that in
time
part
zone
2.
that
Like,
yeah.
What if he fucking eats something and then flies over a time zone and is in an airplane? You know, so many stupid rules.
I like how the Chinese man comes back, takes back the little mogwai, and he's like, "You guys aren't ready for this." That's like a parent saying, "No, bad.
Nope.
You aren't ready."
I'd watch a Gremlins 3 if it was like, a hard PG-13, maybe not R, but if it had more jokes, like, if you had a gremlin getting stoned, that'd be worth the price.
Oh, I mean, really and truly, if you go back and watch the Gremlins movies, they really are kind of
drinking and shooting each other, and
you literally got like a trench coat flashing gremlin.
Right.
One gremlin. They actually had one gremlin doing drugs, another one smoking, another one drinking, another one shooting others.
I want a bunch of gremlins doing fat gator tail lines of cocaine, at a strip club.
And you had another set of gremlins that were getting married. One was wearing a wig and had lipstick.
There's a tranny demon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I work with Ryan Roger Thay, so I get a pass. I can say tranny demon. It's one of our things.
All right, here's a movie trailer for something I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it. It actually looks serious, and it doesn't look like it's based on some gay comic book or video game. It's called Dirty Angels with Eva Green, who, if you guys don't know who Eva Green is, she gets naked in a lot of movies. So
who doesn't know who Eva Green is?
Right.
She's from oh God, what is that show? What is that?
She
movie?
was the Money Penny in the new James Bond movies. She was in 300 sequel. She was in
Sin City sequel.
Yeah, she got naked in most of these, by the way. What was that weird movie
She is
where
a dirty angel.
What was that movie where she clones her husband and raises him as her son to like get
There's
married?
also the children's movie.
Shop.
She was also in the children's movie Miss Peregrine's House.
Yeah.
No, what was the name of the movie I'm
Retards.
thinking of?
Miss
Where,
Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
I cannot recall right at the moment. I'm sure if I looked it up though, I'd immediately hone in on it.
She's in Penny Dreadful. She was in like you said, 300 Rise of the Empire, Sin City, Dane to Kill For. She's in I think a movie called
Womb.
Dreamers.
Womb is the one I'm thinking of. Womb was weird.
Casino Royale is kind of a breakout one. She was also in Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
Speaking of wombs, I'll
Hulk
be right
Hogan-
back. I'm gonna use the West womb.
Yeah, no worries. God, that was gay. God, that was the gayest joke ever. I loved it. Blue Collar says I'm with Gord. Hulk Hogan cameo in Gremlins 2 is epic. Yeah, when he's like,
oh yeah,
he's like, don't you know people are trying to enjoy their popcorn? And he like sprays popcorn everywhere, like holding his fist. And he's such a good hype man, It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess let me go ahead and this movie is called what did I say it was called? Dirty Angels. Oh wait, I gotta redo that. Hang on. With audio, like a boomer. I wish audio was automatically selected. Oh well. All right, we start off the trailer on this is kind of like, okay, I'm interested.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a tattoo from Dark Souls 2.
Pretty early in life, knowing there is a line you won't cross.
Dude, she doesn't care.
You get into a tough spot.
Oh.
The line shifts.
Whoa.
Till you find yourself in a place where the line just ends.
Yeah, we said we wanted a gremlin to get stoned, not Eva Green.
Leave for DC in an hour. ISIS
She
abducted
stopped
girls
a
from
lot of
school
Penny
in
Dreadful. I didn't know that.
We need you to lead a new team. This rescue mission's the only hope these girls have. We're going in as an international relief organization. It has to be 60% women to be believable.
Oh. Go undercover.
Someone's idea of a safe house.
All right.
Left. Call me Rocky. I don't need names.
Have you seen any Dirty Angels yet?
So
Or
this
she
is
kept her
girl
shirt on?
boss. Yeah, the girls are going into the Middle East to kill jihadists.
Oh, power. Girl power. Yeah.
Well, I like that you got the balls to have radical Muslims being the bad guys again, and not saying not saying that they should always be the bad guys, but I mean shit, dude. I mean,
But when they're in a movie, they should be.
It's a good change of scenery, when you got movies that take place in Fallujah or wherever, But
I mean, well, let's be real. Like Germans, Russians, and Middle Eastern people are kind of. I mean, they're kind of a great go-to.
Yeah, but in 2024, who's the bigger jihadists, Muslims or feminists?
I don't know. Probably arguably the Muslims. I'm going to say, yeah, pretty good.
Oh, the movie has Ruby Rose in it.
Oh, was that who that was?
It was Ruby Rose.
Butt girl.
Batwoman
Oh,
right
there
there in
she
the
is.
middle.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, no, I hope she doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please no.
Ruby. That's what Ruby's been up to. Didn't she have like a motorcycle accident or some crazy shit? Or am I just thinking of the show Batwoman?
I
mean, that was definitely an accident.
She complained a ton about the safety on set of Batwoman. I was like, well, we complained about your acting and everything else about that show, but hey, you know.
Oh,
But,
yeah, she alleges she was injured filming Batwoman. She had to have 2 herniated discs surgery and some other shit. Oh, wow.
You know, here's maybe why you train and get like in
Here's why you
shape
do
before you do that.
That's why you do stunt doubles.
And it's the stuff that she did on the show. Honestly, it's kind of weird that she got injured at all. There's so much
that's why I
bad
say,
CGI. There's so much bad CGI in that show.
Right?
Honestly,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, all she had to do is from calisthenics daily and whatnot. Like, she probably just had to tighten up her muscles and shit.
I think this guy right here, he's the one doing, most of the work.
He's my favorite woman in this group.
Yeah, he's the baddest angel amongst them.
Yeah.
Well, it's like on one side of the coin, he gets to hang out with a bunch of hot chicks, and he's like, probably a strict Middle Eastern man, who's
swarthy, dirty angel.
Is it really though? Because I think the ratio here is 50-50.
But also, I mean, at the same time, though, he's got to put up with 4 or 5 a gaggle of women, in the Middle East.
Right.
They synchronize. They synchronize. Just strap the bomb to him.
Right.
Yeah,
well, here's the interesting thing. Remember, like, it used to be one guy in the foreground surrounded by a whole bunch of women. Now it's just one dude in the background.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not the first one to die. Hopefully he's the final girl. Hopefully.
I'm for swarthy angel.
ISIS is closing in on us.
See, when I heard the movie's called Dirty Angels, I was hoping for something a little, racier.
Yeah, I was thinking something more along the lines of Wicked.
I was thinking something sexual.
Okay, which would you rather see? Charlie's Angels or Dirty Angels?
Which one? Which Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, which Charlie's Angels are we talking about?
Lucy Liu.
Oh, that one definitely, definitely the Lucy.
Honestly, though,
it's not a good movie, but it's kind of entertaining.
I haven't seen the remake, honestly, but looking at this, like, I think I'd rather watch the remake of Charlie's Angels over this because because Charlie's Angels looks like it might be so bad it's good, Or
I would say, from what I've seen of the remake of Charlie's Angels, I probably would watch this just because I know so little. So there's at least a chance that it's. Oh well, I don't know if there's a chance that it's good.
I mean, it's
there might be a chance that it's okay.
But
I'm not talking
Charlie's
about
Angels
whether,
is
I'm not
pretty
talking about
appalling.
whether the movie is good or bad. Which girls would you
rather watch?
The Angels or the?
Oh
DC?
yeah.
I mean,
these girls looking pretty haggard.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cameron Diaz used to like even when she was kind of now she's way too old of a bird, but there was a time she was right in like her peak, kind of like she could wear boy shorts, it's all good.
Well, in that Charlie's Angels, they use their feminine appeal as part of. It's one of their tactics. This doesn't look like it's going that route.
Fucking McGee was like filming these chicks in like swimsuits, like splashing each other with like water and stuff, and it was just like
it was back when things were fun.
They were wearing leather and swimsuits.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and they still acted feminine. They acted feminine in that movie still. So it was like again, I saw Charlie's Angels. I didn't think it was like a good movie necessarily, but I was like, it was okay to watch once or twice. It's like it's all right.
McGee.
The Aerosmith music and the sequel was like too loud, too heavy, too much.
Now there's only 2 of those, right? There's that one in Full Throttle, right? There's no third one.
Yeah, Full Throttle is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's one where they really went overboard with Aerosmith.
I remember being in same thing with Armageddon. There's like 5 Aerosmith songs on the soundtrack for that one. Let's see. Charlie's Angels came out 2000. So I would have been like I would have been like 15 or no, I would have been like 13 or 12. Perfect age for that. And I remember thinking movie was stupid and McGee, one of the dumbest names I've ever heard of. It's just like, what? How can you be expected to be taken seriously if your name is McGee as a film director? Anyway, speaking of weird names,
I'll tell you what, if you remember the shot of them in their pit crew outfits, they look pretty hot in pit crew outfits, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of weird names, this guy is called this is a movie with someone named Surya.
Surya.
Yeah, so let's watch the trailer for this movie called Kanguva, which is a Hindi movie. I don't know what
misspelled Vancouver.
Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Let's read. Let's see if there's a description here. Jesus Christ, they got the whole credits here.
Hold on. Is this secretly like a Kang movie? Is this like?
I have no idea. Let's just see what Bollywood's putting out.
His name is either pronounced Surya or Suraya.
Okay. Suraya. That sounds better. That sounds more Indian. Yeah, you're right. So let's see. I don't know what this is about. I don't know who's in it or what or whatever. It's just a new trailer that dropped the other day. Let's see what Bollywood's up to here. Let's see. No subtitles.
I mean, it's already more colorful and upbeat than the last few.
All right, no subtitles. Whatever. We'll just have to deduce what's happening.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, already this looks awesome.
Lions.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
hey, nice.
Holy crap.
Crazy camera moves, like, and shit.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know, but it's awesome.
Everything is happening.
Oh, and there's going to be music numbers in this, too.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is the real Falcon movie.
Oh, my God.
Suriya. Yeah, dude. I'm all for this. Zack Snyder's going to watch this and think, how can I do this but with more slow-mo and women? Yeah, this is great.
I am like really down with this. I'm just out of pure curiosity. I have no idea what the heck's going on. But
I don't think you have to know.
Is this a new Crow movie? Says Nick. Ariel's going to bed. Good night, Enzo. Good night, everybody. It was fun to hang. Catch y'all next time. Yeah.
This would have been better than the new Crow movie. Yeah.
It's almost impossible for it not to be.
Out of all the movie trailers, we watched 2 new Marvel trailers, and this random Hindi movie was. I'd rather watch this. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
You could eat a roll of Kodak film and crap out a better movie than The Crow.
I used to make fun of the Hindi Bollywood movies. They're so wild. They're so weird. They're so strange. But compared to the crap that Hollywood is giving us, it's like, honestly, I'd rather just watch that shit. I mean, because, you know.
Whoever directs these movies, like I'm before they write this script, they must like down like a 6-pack of Red Bull and they just go freaking nuts. Red Bull and LSD, and then just like boom, movie time.
Honestly, you would sell the shit out of Red Bull if it had LSD in it. I swear. Yeah, I love a good acid trip. Can't wait to hang out with Sammy in real life. That's definitely what we're doing.
I liked your story about work from a couple of weeks ago.
Going to work at a huge Mexican restaurant, high as balls on LSD. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I remember one time we did LSD in Las Vegas, which is what me and Sammy and some people are talking about, because if we go to the LA LV meetup in April, that might be fun to just because one time my band went to Las Vegas, and it was like, Las Vegas is great because like the first day you're there, this is amazing. You're like, this place is crazy. The second day you're there, like, man, this place is crazy. And the third day you're like, this place is crazy. I have to leave. Like, I don't like it. It's like
mine was a little bit more expressed because my first day there was my second day there was I woke up in jail in the drunk tank.
Yeah. Wow. Well, first off, going into Vegas, we did get stopped in our tour van on the Hoover Dam by a fucking checkpoint security, which is always like sketch balls because, you know, you got weed and stuff on you, drugs. But that was fine. And then we go, we're staying at the new side of the strip. Our gig is the next day on the old side of the strip. So we basically took microdots of LSD at like noon, walked, we're staying in some hotel, you know, nice hotel on the new side. And we walked all the way to the old side where our gig was. You know, it took all day and night. And we were tripping balls, like walking into every other casino, just like walking up to random roulette tables and being like 20 on red. And we made like $600 just doing that. walking around just looking at weird shit. And
you guys are seeing through the Matrix.
Yeah, grabbing random drinks here and there. You're like a huge alcohol sponge. By the time we got to the old side of the strip, we realized like there's been like it gradually changed, and now it's like the casinos are looking more run down and they have that like 80s vibe and everything smells like cigarettes. There's smoking everywhere, and all kinds of crazy like food and stuff everywhere. And we were so tired by the end of it's like the middle of the night now, good 12-hour like trip basically, and then take the cab back to the hotel and just kind of ride it out at our hotel, which is hilarious because then right at like 10 a.m., we didn't realize this, but at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., the pool party just starts like bumping with like huge DJ music. So, you're trying to go to bed at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever. You don't realize you're going to get 3 hours of sleep. And you're like, holy shit. So we got woken up early and then we had to go to the gig that evening. And it was funny because it's like this jam band society of America. And they have these meetups in Vegas. And what it was like 20 old dudes sitting in fucking chairs, like smoking cigars, watching us play like silently. And I guess they're like big Grateful Dead head fans, which we were not kind of like, we're not like Grateful Dead. So it was very weird, lackluster show. And when we stayed in the old side of Vegas at that hotel, and we did not want to do drugs there. We wanted to just kind of go to bed and leave as soon as possible. So yeah, it's a wild ass town.
Yeah.
But that being said, I did watch a bunch of good movies. And if you guys watched any movies you want to talk about, like bring them up. We'll talk about it. But I saw Heretic and it was cool.
I still want to watch that.
It was, I wouldn't put it on the best of the year list. Definitely best of the year when it comes to horror. This has been a great year for horror.
Yes, it has.
A lot of fun stuff. This was one of them. And this is a movie. Yeah. My friend, my ex who's obsessed with Terrifier and
this
all
one with the two missionaries that get locked up in the house, right?
Yeah. Mormon girls. These girls are great. I knew one of them from Yellow Jackets, which Wes Lord Toxic made us watch. She's good in it, but the real standout is the other girl who plays kind of like the more innocent, farm girl, Utah girl. Her name is Chloe East, I think, if I'm not mistaken. She was a real good standout, and yeah, Hugh Grant killed it. He's amazing, and it's also cool when you got a movie. Yeah, it's also cool when you get a movie with 3 people in it, and it's just a really good, like, tight film.
Nice.
I would say, yeah, I got friends who are real obsessed with horror movies, like into the gory stuff, into Terrifier. They saw it first before me. I asked them what they thought. They're like, there's a lot of talking. And yeah, that's true, but it's what I'd call like, philosophical horror.
Have you ever talked to a Mormon missionary though? There is a lot of talking, even when you're trying to avoid it. Like
I wanted to go in pretty blind, and I said before, it's like if what's revealed the plot is about is worth it, the movie's going to be good. If it's like the twist is stupid, then the whole movie falls flat. And I'll tell you just this much, that it's good. I recommend it. It was cool.
I'm looking forward to checking it out.
The last person that came to my door trying to sell me anything in particular was Girl Scout, and I bought a bunch of their cookies.
What kind of cookies do you like, Girl Scout style?
Mint.
The mint ones.
Yeah, the mints.
All right. I do.
I might be like just a freaking normie on the almost called them Gourd Scout cookies, as if that needs to exist.
Gourd Scout cookies. Wouldn't that be more like oppression against your people?
Probably. But the trefoils, those plain Jane cookies are my favorite ones. I was like, they're simple, but they're kind of addictive. They're the only ones I like, which probably is a good thing because they're still not something I feel all that much of a compulsion to ever buy. So I maybe get a box like every 5 years.
I kind of like the Samoas from time to time. Those are the ones that have the coconut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the candy coconut was always a weird thing for me as a kid, texture-wise. I used to just lie. Like there's coconut cake, for birthdays, and I would just lie and be like, I'm allergic to coconut, when I just don't really like the texture. But as I've gotten older, I like it a lot. Let me look up, because what are the other the Girl Scout cookies we've got here? Because this is actually I'm trying to remember them all. I already know which one I'd like. So we got Samoas. That's what John said, right?
Those are
s'mores. The s'mores are good. The tagalongs, I think.
Tagalongs.
Yeah, those would be my next favorite.
Are my favorite for sure. We got Thin Mints. We've got Lemon Ups. I don't mind those. Trefoils. The Dosey Does, and Toffee Nastics. Huh.
Yeah, the Thin
Those
Mints and
are
the
pretty solid.
Tagalongs. The Thin Mints and the Tagalongs I liked. My mom liked the Samoas.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would say, yeah, like
They had one for a while that was I forget the name of it.
I moved the lemon ups and the s'mores around, and then you got your top tier and your lower tier.
Yeah. What's the awful though is like, you know, those boxes of cookies used to be full. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The boxes are the same size, but the bags, they're getting less and less full of cookies. You know, like the bag's like half full of cookies or whatever. You're like, Jesus, come on.
Now is it Josie Dill like a play off of a Snickerdoodle and
I think
with
so.
peanut butter or something?
They used to have Snickerdoodles.
Oh, they just got rid of Snickerdoodles. I see.
Boo.
Yeah, well, boo that shit.
And you know what's also fucked up is like, for instance, I live in Texas. We have HEB. I don't know if you guys have this, but
They also used to have I think it was a peanut butter cookie.
Oh yeah, I was looking for those. But yeah, what I realized is like, you know, the grocery store, like they have their like own versions of these same cookies, you know, a lot of times.
Generally, if I find like a really good baker, you know, usually what I do is I get like one big peanut butter cookie and one big Snickerdoodle cookie, and then like, you know, just get like some coffee and just go to town with those sons of bitches. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if this worked. Okay. Yeah, it's all right. I'll allow this. Let me see here. There we go. There's a little.
I don't think
Scout
HEB is
girl.
allowed to be in any other state other than Texas, because here everything's bigger.
What is going on with that poor unfortunate pumpkin child with the warts and the looks like I know that's supposed to be hair in the back, but because the
beard.
photos it looks more like a really terrible beard.
Mutton chops, yeah. Yeah, no, only Texas. Yeah. I mean, we here in Texas are blessed with HEB. So like here, store brand is not. When you go to HEB store brand, usually it's like superior. Like the store brand colas and cookies and chips and Doritos and Fritos, they're better than the actual Fritos and they're cheaper.
Yeah.
Whenever
I go
Walmart,
to Texas, I get HEB stuff.
Yeah, when you get the great value Walmart brand stuff, yeah, you're getting a downgrade. But like, yeah, HEB, man, dude, it's the best. Yeah, it really has best seasonal ice cream. Fuck yeah, Peter. Yeah, the sodas are all like cane sugar.
Dude,
the only thing I miss about Texas,
rocks.
Dude, Peter, the HEB is what's keeping me anchored to Texas. Like,
dude.
I've had girlfriends I've had exes like, I want to move to Utah, you know, I want to move to fucking the Ozarks. And I'm like, HEB though.
Right. I'll be honest, like I've lived elsewhere and I do think about going back to Texas because of HEB's like strong organic selection and just everything about it is just like it. Yeah, HEB is.
You know what else you should miss about Texas though, Peter?
S tier.
Freedom.
I am a little bit miffed that they never gave me my gun when I arrived. I was under the direct assumption that when you showed up in Texas and you were just handed a gun.
Well,
I'm still waiting.
This is actually pretty interesting because we didn't plan to talk about cookies, but I did have this little joke meme segued in here. As a child, I used to hold my Oreos under the milk until I was sure they stopped breathing. Anybody else like to do that? I like them soggy. I like them soggy.
I do too.
Like melt in your mouth, you know? Like you just chew them with your tongue and your roof of your mouth.
Yep. Just falls apart, and then you just got that hydrogenated cream disc on your tongue. Like
it wasn't one of the kids. I never separated them and did that stuff. I just like to dunk them whole and eat them. That was.
I sometimes did the separation thing, but I would only separate them to, eat the cream off of it, and then I would dunk the two individual cookies.
Right. Or form bigger.
Something
the
double stuff. So you have like a quadruple stuff.
Apparently, there's a triple stuffed or a thing now, which might be too much. I don't know.
Eventually, they're just going to start selling like the cream in the middle. We'll just
in a spread.
What I would tend to do though is I would twist off one side of a double stuff, and then I'd kind of make like and then I put it on a whole one, so you still have like like the double stuff on each outside, and then you have like a cookie that you could then do for dunking, and then you have like. But
nice.
I haven't
now, you guys, when it comes to like chocolate chip cookies, do you guys prefer crunchy or chewy?
Chewy tends to be my game on cookies.
I said chocolate chip, but any cookies. When you talk about cookies, do you guys prefer them crunchy or chewy?
I mean, the chocolate chip cookies, I actually like them a little bit Like I like them where it's like the outside of it is crisp, but the middle is a little bit softer. Like that's a perfect cookie.
Yeah.
But if
like a
it's one or
crusted
the other,
edge.
yeah, if it's one or the other, I kind of prefer them crisp.
Dude, I used to do the Mrs. Fields cookies. Those used to be fucking badass. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're not as good as they used to be, but yeah, those were some next level store-bought cookies. But again, we have HEB, dude. Most grocery stores have bakeries where they sell fresh cookies, so it's like just get those. Those are always fun. Or make your own cookies. Cookies are one of the few baking things that's like really easy to make. And it's one of those things where you can kind of, experiment a little and you don't need, I mean, cookies, man, they're good. And there's so many easy recipes. But no, go ahead.
As far as movies,
I was gonna say, like, yeah, my favorite cookies being snickerdoodles and peanut butter. I don't really, I don't know, like a hard peanut butter cookie. Just, I don't know.
Do you guys like crunchy or creamy peanut butter?
Doesn't seem right to me.
Creamy peanut butter.
Oh, I do.
Kind
I
of
do
an
creamy.
animal if you like crunchy.
Yeah.
I think crunchy's only good on peanut butter jelly sandwiches because it adds that texture. But anytime else you're needing peanut butter, like if you had crunchy, it'd be annoying. Like for whatever recipe it needs. Like let's say you're making like some kind of curry, sometimes they need peanut butter for that, or you're making whatever, I don't know, fudge, anything like that, chunky. Yeah.
It's just really it's really annoying trying to spread chunky peanut butter though.
Yeah.
Really
I can't remember if I mentioned this on previous Tales from the Dorkside, but I know I have mentioned it somewhere on the internet. But I like to make peanut butter honey roll-ups with tortillas.
Hello. Whoa.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is a game changer. Like
Low
just
carb.
like, yeah, dude. Like peanut butter, a strip of honey, and then you just roll it up and like they're great with coffee.
You don't heat it up or nothing. You don't get crazy.
Fuck no, you don't even need to. I mean, you could, but I'm just sitting here at the desk.
I bet you would.
I tell you what, I next time I get it, I will throw one in my toaster oven and I'll let you know.
Yeah, dude. Heat up one side of the peanut butter. What did you say, Scooby?
I was gonna say to answer your question about the movies.
Yes.
I've mainly just been rewatching shit that I've already seen before. I've been watching all the Godzilla movies. I've been watching Transformers 1, 2, and 3. I've been watching Ghost Rider 1 and 2.
Dude, the Nick Cage original Ghost Rider movie is funny as hell, dude.
Yeah, actually on Hypnotics AFK next week, or should I say this week, on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a double feature in his
Discord. You mean in the Discord? I see. Cool.
Yeah. Sometimes I will throw some cinnamon or some pumpkin spice dust on said peanut butter roll up as well.
Oh my god!
And
Stop
maybe,
making me hungry.
Maybe some bananas.
Stop giving me the munch, man. I've been smoking pot this whole stream. If you had separated parents, you split your Oreos. Otherwise, you don't split them. Oh my god! Is that the theme? Is that the common thread? That'd be amazing if that was true. You might be onto something scientifically.
I got
my parents were all the way together until my dad passed away a couple years ago. So,
but you don't separate your Oreos.
I mean, not all the time.
Pumpkin spice dust. That's Peter Venkman.
That's right.
Go ahead, Scooby.
It is like borderline 3:30.
Oh yeah, you got to bounce. Sorry.
Yeah, I have got to bounce. I'm gonna go.
No worries.
Even though it's my day off tomorrow, I still like to sleep in, but only to a certain extent. I don't want to sleep the entire day away.
Of course. Well, it's one of those things where I'm sad you're leaving, but I'm sad you're missing out on Jackbox, but I'm also kind of glad you're missing out on Jackbox because you might like look at us differently after a few minutes.
Things do get a little bit different once we get into Jackbox. It's a totally different vibe.
I have an older brother.
Okay.
At this point in time in my life, there is nothing that you could say in front of me that would actually have any effect on me, especially considering that growing up, I had very little female influence. So most of my friends were guys growing up.
Right. Okay, good. Good to know. You're just one of the boys. All right. Yeah, because I mean, I like to joke about whatever and be racy and raunchy, but sometimes it doesn't happen the first couple hours of the show, and then we play Quiplash, and it goes like all the way to 100. It's pretty bad sometimes, especially when Blue Collar's playing. He's so fucking terrible.
The Nick Gers comment come out very quickly. Nicholas Gers.
Stop with that. That's only been a thing in recent weeks. No more of that. We got to do a new theme.
Yeah.
Devastator says he has pumpkin spice scented ass wipes, and they are amazing. So okay, I will check them out.
How dare you demean me so much?
Yeah, Scooby, it's been great that you've been here. You got anything you want to talk about or plug or mention before you leave?
I've just been running around doing my duties.
Any other movies you'd like to recommend?
Other than those, I mean, I'm like a big fan of comic book movies and animated films, but you will not find me sitting my ass down and watching a rom-com. No way. I'd rather shoot myself. One thing I am excited for, there's no date for it yet or anything like that, but I am excited at the news that there is going to be a sequel to Godzilla -1.
Yeah, of course.
That is true.
I'm very happy about that.
When I found out about that, I was like, yes.
You should check out, if you haven't, you should check out the Christmas Godzilla stream I did last year with Leon and a bunch of others where we went over every Godzilla movie. I watched them all in preparation for it. It was pretty amazing. That was a fun time. If I could recommend one movie to you before you leave and everybody else, I mentioned this on Twitter. I watched this randomly, not knowing anything about it other than it's some anime of some kind, and it's 50 minutes long, and it was called Look Back. Apparently, it's based on a manga I don't know about, which Leon knew about. But yeah, this movie blew me away. It was one of the best things I've seen all year.
I love anime and manga.
So I would highly recommend checking this out. Like I said, it's only 50 minutes long, so I don't even think it qualifies as a feature-length film. But wow, what a mind-blowing, awesome movie. Just a nice, wonderful human kind of drama about artists. Me growing up.
Are you a fan of the Uncharted games?
Yeah, I have those.
I am.
Okay, have you seen the Tom Holland Uncharted?
I did not watch the movie. No, is it good?
Okay, so if you watch it from the mindset of somebody who has not played the games or whatever, the movie can actually be pretty damn decent.
Okay,
I could watch it under that light. I haven't given that movie
because when I went in there to watch it,
yeah.
I went in there under the impression of, do not compare it to the game. It's not going to work that way. Watch it as an action film. And I actually liked it.
However, I actually really appreciate that someone else out there does
if
that.
you're actually going
now
games and you actually are going for something that's legit.
Okay.
Online on YouTube, there is a miniature fan-made film with Nathan Fillion.
Oh, I saw that.
In it.
Excellent.
And that is probably like the closest you will ever get to the game accurate movie.
Right. It's awesome.
Now, just to tie back to what we originally talked about movie-wise and romantic comedies, back in the early 2010s, Wicked actually made a line of romantic comedy porns.
Oh my God.
And they actually weren't that bad. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Wicked tends to, it's like higher grade, like European style stuff. I don't know, they do a lot of parodies.
What's the saying? If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah, Rule 34. Or
Indeed.
wait, is that the remember?
There was I mean, but the 2010s was like the big kind of like parody period for porn.
All
like,
right.
Parodies nuts.
Let's wait till Scooby leaves and we'll get all debaucherous again.
Parodies are great. My favorite parody has to be Spinal Tap.
That one's a good one. That was a good one.
I loved Spinal Tap. That was a great one.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't like music biopics, and I didn't really like Dewey Cox the first time I watched it, but I've watched it a bunch more times since then, and it's hilarious. And it's one of the best parodies of music biopics. It's so good. But yeah, I love Top Secret. I love the Hot Shots movies. Naked Gun, I think, is my favorite though. Naked Gun 2 is so funny.
Naked Gun, Hot Shots, those were all great.
Airplane.
I know this is a hot take. Scary movies. I thought part 3 was the best one because it was PG-13 and it was still really funny. And I don't know.
I only have seen the first 2. I remember liking the second one more than the first one. I didn't think the first one was all that good.
The first 2, the second one's definitely better than the first one for sure.
If you haven't seen it, it's I think it's the very first Wayans film to be made. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend this. You'll laugh your ass off.
Oh, don't drink your juice in the hood, or wait, don't be a menace.
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice.
No.
Low down, dirty shame.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. There you go.
Watch it. Look for it. watch it, and it's not I'm gonna get you, it's I'm gonna get you, like GIT. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
sucker.
Is that the
Yeah.
sequel to Duck You Sucker?
You have to watch that. You will love it. It is funny as hell.
I'll rewatch that one for sure. I think me and Gord King should check out the Uncharted movie together. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we could do that.
Blue Collar says, Enzo, you see the announcement of the new scary movie? Yeah, I did. I haven't really ruled it out yet. If they're smart, they'll channel what they were doing in the early 2000s and just do that again. And that would really do well.
Good night.
Good night, Scooby. Thanks
Good
for hanging
travels,
out.
Scoob.
If they do, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to make a funny one, especially if it's extra raunchy and just over the top and a good
and
throwback.
not afraid to tell some edgy jokes.
Yeah, be edgy. That's really all I care about. Because that was the thing about 3 and 4 is 3 and 4 were done by the Zucker brothers, and they kind of, while it was still immature and silly, they toned down the raunchiness, and they're PG-13, but still there's some fucking hilarious gags in those movies. And my favorite of all time is the Yahtzee one where, he's like, she goes into the house and she sees him like laying on the table, like unconscious. And she's like, hey, where's my son? Where's my, whoever the kid I'm taking care of? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Me and Teddy were playing a fun game. And I look down, and he looks down, and there's Yahtzee on the table. He's like, Yahtzee! And he stands up and knocks his head on a shelf and knocks himself unconscious again. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, the Anna Faris, Bush joke was pretty good in the first.
Blue Collar says Uncharted is awful. Christ, I'll watch it with you guys drunk. Yeah, okay. We'll put a pin in that. We'll save a date, pencil in a date. I'm gonna get you, sucker, dirty mother. Don't you say that? Yeah.
Honestly, I do appreciate Scooby's take on like watching it without the expectation of it being like the game, because that's how I tend to watch any and all adaptations. I try to look at it from the point of view of somebody who's not familiar with source material and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where we watch stuff and I'm like, if I had never seen the original, like, I could definitely see.
Like, even if I have seen or am familiar with source material, I try to take the movie as a separate adaptation.
Right.
I mean, granted, if things start going wrong, then you start to harken back to it and it's like, why didn't you do this? Because that could have enhanced this part.
Let's be real. When these dudes remake a movie or do something like that, adapt to something, they're actually trying to make it for people who haven't been familiar with the source material, because that's the wider mainstream audience.
Wider audience, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, look, I appreciate that when you do an adaptation, if it hits all the right adaptation notes for some people, that's great. But hate to tell y'all, sometimes the source material sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's quite a few books and whatnot out there that get adapted, and the movie is like way better than
Jurassic Park,
whatever it
Forrest
came from.
Gump.
Jurassic Park, Forrest Gump. Yeah, I mean those aren't nowhere near as good as the movies.
Peter Venkman says he got the soundtrack for I'm assuming Get You Sucker on tape from a bargain bin. Hell yeah. Back when stores used to dump overstock in discount stores. Hell yeah. Those were the days. But yeah, guys, look back. This movie was great. I don't want to tell you anything about it. I think you guys should go in blind like I did. It was amazing. It was an emotional roller coaster. I loved it. It was probably like top thing I saw all year. Not joking. Not talking in hyperbole.
By the way, I want to Blue Collar. He said he can't see the Wayans brothers being woke. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But my concern isn't them being woke. My concern would be like studios forcing them to be tame.
Yeah, playing
that
it
would
safe.
be more my concern.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they'll probably make fun of woke stuff, but I want them to go hard. I want them to be edgy. I want to see testicles. I want to see boogers and violence and all kinds of, I just want to see nasty shit. I want to see shock comedy like the original two. I want a lot of weed smoking and titties and cursing. Yeah. And and again, they should be making fun of, especially modern horror, the movies that we got right now. Like, they should be making fun of like the A24, the indie art house horror. Like, I think that would be great.
What if the breasts smoked the weed?
Yeah, there you go. I agree with Gord King. Rings of Power adaptation is 10 out of 10, says Nix.
I think we should ban him.
Yeah, the best adaptations please both sets of fans. It can be done. I agree. Absolutely. Tommy agrees as well. I want to see Balloon Dick like in Scary Movie 2. Yeah, exactly. Take my hand.
I don't know if I agree with that take. Best adaptations, please, both sets. I don't know if I mean, I think that's true sometimes, but not inherently. I mean, I like the Shining.
You're talking about comic books and video game movies, sure.
Yeah,
but like when you're talking about remaking books and other movies, like, if you're doing that, then what's the point of remaking it?
Yeah. Like if you're a huge fan of The Shining book, I mean, the adaptation might not work for you. Guess what? I don't care. The Shining movie's awesome. I really don't care about your take.
Oh, Gord, Nick's tried. Somehow YouTube prevents him from banning himself. So Gord is right. If studios were smart, leave the Wayans alone. Time will tell. You would think they want to make money. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's one of those
Damien
things.
Leone do it independently.
I think
They've
they're
probably got
taking
the money.
They're definitely taking note on what is doing well. With audiences, what is making money, what is pleasing fans, and they've known for the past few years that the fans don't like this shit that they're paddling at, but they've just been told like, hey, don't worry, it'll pay for itself with the DEI funds or whatever, or whatever weird reason they're doing it. Maybe we're sabotaging the studio and lowering the stock so China can buy it. Who cares? The point is they know they're putting out crap that we don't like. But I think there's a pivot where they're going to start, something's going to give, and they got to have to start just producing bangers again.
What was the last like really strong comedy? I'm kind of blanking, or like even like just some comedy that was like really, really like, oh, this is a classic comedy. I'm trying to think of one, and I'm kind of blanking.
I thought that the one with Jennifer Lawrence, No Hard Feelings, was pretty funny.
I didn't see it. I've kind of heard mixed things about that one.
Because if it was scripted jokes, which I like that. It wasn't the improv fest that you get with modern comedies, which I'm so tired of.
Yeah, because most of their improvisationalists suck.
Yeah, these people are like paid to laugh at them because they're the yes men. Oh, you're so funny. Oh my God, Seth Rogen, you're hilarious. Oh. I mean, Seth Rogen's not even a good example. I'm thinking more like the Ghostbusters movies. Oh, Kristen Wiig, you're amazing. Oh my God, you could just picture Paul Feig with the megaphone, just being super nice guy. Like, oh my God, you're great. These jokes are hilarious. Just do more hours and hours of them. I can't stop laughing.
Like that Dungeons and Dragons movie had some pretty solid comedy, although I probably wouldn't categorize that as a comedy, but I would say that was a good movie with some pretty funny stuff in it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It had a mummy feel to it.
Yeah, Fly Me to the Moon was an all right, pretty good movie, but again, it was light on the actual comedy. The bad guy, the Fall Guy, whatever, you love it or hate it, it wasn't very funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's hilarious? I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine was like one of the funniest movies I saw, even though it was stupid.
I mean, yeah, that movie didn't make me laugh hardly. Like, I think it made me laugh 2 or 3 times the entire movie.
I mean, it's juvenile, so I mean, there's that. But yeah, as far as like a decent comedy that I watched recently, I thought I said something. That was, what was it? Jesus. Jennifer Lawrence's comedy was all right, but again, like, was that a game changer? Like, no, I don't think so.
No, I mean, it's kind of, I don't even see people talking about it now.
People forgot about it. Was that this year or last year?
That was this year. I'm pretty. Let's
no hard.
2023.
It was 2023. Nope. It was 2023.
Yeah.
Everything blends together, but still, I mean, I remember not being disappointed with that movie.
Looking at my list of movies that I've watched this year, and probably, I guess the funniest one would probably be Lisa Frankenstein, which I think is a pretty solid movie. I mean,
I saw
I wouldn't
that.
go so far as to call it like a classic, but I think
it wasn't hilarious. It wasn't hilarious. I want a movie when's the last time you laughed your ass off watching a movie? I'll tell you right now, it was definitely a movie that was more than 20, 30 years old. Like, that's the thing. I'll watch old movies for the first time now and laugh my balls off.
Absolutely.
I watched, again, this movie is available for free on YouTube. You can watch it right now. It stars Dave Foley. It's called The Wrong Guy. It's from 1999. Jennifer Tilly's in it. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Nobody knows about it. It's so weird.
Oh.
Like, I watched it randomly looking for the Kids in the Hall Brain Candy movie online. And they're like, it's a picture of Dave Foley, like screaming with like a knife in his hand and blood all over his business suit. He's just like, that's the thumbnail. And you're like, okay. And it's one of those movies where it like, there's a specific moment, like 5 to 10 minutes in, where I'm like, okay, I'm sold. And it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier.
Like, even like Puss in Boots 2, which came out in 2022, which I would say I think that's a great movie. And it has obviously some comedy that's really good at it, but it's not really a comedy movie. It just has that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at movies that I've seen from like here. I'm up to like 2021. It's like, I still can't find legit great comedy. I'm like,
you'd have to go pre 2020, maybe even, dare I say, 2016, 2016, 17 might be the last remnants of it, because everything had to be stupid. Dudicus, you're a funny guy. Any funny movies you could think of?
I watched Dirty Harry. That's a pretty good movie.
Hell yeah, that is funny.
I laughed a lot.
Scorpion. Scorpio.
Another minority.
Oh my god. The problem is comedy is we're finding comedy in like the Minions movie. The Chucky TV show is horror comedy. Says Blue Collar. Deadpool 3 made me laugh, but in terms of comedy, I can't tell you the past decade of good comedy in theaters. Yeah. Yeah, weird. Bummer.
It is. We are in a comedy dry spell.
Another movie that was a bummer and kind of a dry spell for me. I was hoping it'd be good. I didn't think it was going to be good, but I was hoping it might. Was Tom Cruise and Robin Wright Penn in the new Robert Zemeckis movie Here. This movie was cringe. It was kind of cringe.
That's the impression I was getting.
It was
I'm sorry.
Oscar bait.
I'm sorry. You're looking at this and you're telling me you expected quality just out of this shitty poster.
I gotta say, I was expecting. I mean, the premise sounded interesting, and it is Robert Zemeckis, so I knew it was gonna be Oscar bait. But I thought it would at least like pull on the old heartstrings a little, even if it did it cheaply. It doesn't. It didn't. It's one of those movies where I watched it and I kind of felt nothing. Even though it's really trying to get me to feel something. That movie, the anime I watched, Look Back, I was fucking, oh my God, dude, I was laughing. I was crying. I was like shocked. It did everything. It did everything. This movie did none of that. And the premise of it, the camera staying in one point in time over the course of a few hundred years, watching everyone around it was interesting. The idea of like, we're only going to highlight the good stuff also. But what was so baffling, and the best thing about the movie, the de-aging effects. The de-aging effects were done with AI at like a shoestring budget. It only cost like $45 million to do all the special effects, which is like crazy, considering how computer heavy this movie is. But and like I said, the premise was fresh, but yeah, dude, it really struggles. And the main reason is the movie's told for some reason non-linearly, which was like big mistake. If the movie would just been like, we had cavemen and Native Americans, and then Thomas Jefferson and Ben Franklin age, and then we go to the 50s and the 30s, and then we finally settle on the final family. That would have been way better emotionally. Instead,
Honestly,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
Well, you're doing it's like that 28 grams movie or 26 grams or whatever, where
21 grams.
21 grams. Thank you. That movie's pretty good, but if you told it in order, it would have been better. Because it's told out of order, the whole first time you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay. And yeah, maybe it's better the second time you watch it, but I don't know. It just, you want it to hit hard, you want it to have like a good ending. And yeah. And also there's a lot of woke shit in this because apparently, after this family owns the house, they sell it to a black family, and they literally show the dad giving the son the speech about getting pulled over in America. It's like, what the hell? Weird.
I skimmed over all the movies I've seen since 2019, since the last 5 years. I found one movie that still makes me laugh every time I watch it. I wouldn't necessarily classify it as a comedy, but when it gets laughs from me, it works. I know some people don't particularly like this movie. I think it's like Mount Rushmore for this director, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That movie still makes me laugh a lot, and like legit laugh, not just kind of chuckle or just think to myself, that was funny. Tarantino's humor actually does get to me. I think he's really good at writing like comedic parts in movies that are not necessarily comedies. That is the only movie over the last 5 years I can think of to where it still makes me like legit laugh, like a lot.
To be fair, I'm just thought of this, but like shows, there's been a lot of good shows that have been hilarious, like Silicon Valley. Dude, Tires. I saw that for the first time. That was hilarious with Shane Gillis. That show's funny as fuck. Obviously, It's Always Sunny. They're still on fire. Pen 1-5. I thought the first season of that was pretty funny. I think television shows are able to be funnier than the movies nowadays, which is weird.
Not as big of an audience to Backlash,
I guess. But yeah, plenty of good shows that have been funny. Barry was pretty hilarious. Even Broad City. I mean, it's the early episodes of Broad City that was a long time ago, though. It feels like 2014 feels like it was just yesterday, honestly. But yeah, I think Tag is funny. Little Jeremy Renner. Ooh, really? You thought that was hilarious? Stupinzo loves to visit Penn Island, it seems. Yeah. Pen 1-5. Yeah, penis. That's what that means. But yeah, Here was a little hokey. It was a kind of a bust. I hope it doesn't, they're going for the Oscar bait. I hope it doesn't do well. It just seemed, cheese fest. You guys watch anything else that you thought was cool?
I mean, I've mostly been since the horror stream. I've just kind of been I've been rewatching movies for other streams. You know, movies I've seen before, like Interstellar. I rewatched Django Unchained, Sleepy Hollow. I watched Interview with a Vampire today for tomorrow's MMM.
Oh right,
You know, mostly pretty pretty strong movies. I think some people would find me saying that Interstellar was the worst of those movies somewhat controversial, but it's true.
Interview is like one of the best vampire movies ever, man. Even though it's very gay, vampires.
I mean, I don't think it's like my issue with Interview the Vampires, because I do think it's a pretty solidly written movie, even though I think the ending is awful. Like, it's such a weird like turn from like the rest of the stuff. It's such a strange ending, and I also despise that cover of Sympathy for the Devil.
They had to build up to a Queen of the Damned, bro. I'm just kidding.
No, they didn't. But yeah, it's a solid movie. It kind of leaves me wishing that they had explored the characters a little bit more, because I kind of feel like it treads water after about 90 minutes. But yeah, it's still a solid movie. I think the performances are pretty awesome.
I think Interview has my favorite like on-screen representation of vampires, like how they're so supernatural. They're so like, you know, they're not from the realm of the living. They have insane mind powers. Like they're forever eternal, beautiful. I think they seduce their prey.
About the movie,
you know?
Like what could have made the movie better to me is, so like the whole reason people are kind of so enamored with Louis is because they kind of see him as this way of linking themselves to the modern day, because there's apparently this trait from vampires that they have difficulty connecting to the time they're in, you know, as the years go on. And, you know, Antonio Banderas' character kind of brings up the fact that time ends. It's like, even though they're immortal, so many vampires die for this very reason. And I'm like, okay, that's a really interesting concept, but I'm going to be honest, I really didn't pick up on it for a very long time, because I don't feel like they explored it all that much. It kind of just gets mentioned. And I'm like, that should have, I think, been the running theme of the movie. I think that's really interesting.
It's hard to be a hip and with it vampire since Lockdown Hell World began, you know, in 2019.
What we do in the shadows, especially the show, how they're very like old timey, you know.
Okay, now that's a good show, and and the movie's really dang good too.
The movie's funny, is right. You're right. The movie, that's a good one. That's a good one. You're right.
What year did that come out? What Will You Do in the Shadows that was 10 years ago. Holy shit!
That was back when.
So yeah, before Trump. Before Trump is when we were allowed to laugh. Judicus,
well, in 2014 was a great year for movies too.
What was Judicus going to say? He's been watching.
I watched a movie where Anthony Hopkins and some other famous actor fought a bear.
Oh, The Edge.
The Edge.
Yeah,
that's a dang good movie.
Dude, Gord King, when he's all old, he's gonna be like that Anthony Hopkins character.
Best scene of the movie is when Alec Baldwin gets bitch slapped by a guy in a bear costume.
Oh yeah. When I'm all old, I'll be like the old guy who had the cabin, you know, the old hunter guy with the eye scar, and I'll give you $1 if you tell me what's on the other side of this paddle. It's a rabbit smoking a pipe. Like, how do you know that?
Better bear punch, The Edge or Wicker Man?
Oh no, Wicker Man has the best bear punch of all time for sure.
Absolutely.
But yes, dude, the bear, you know, Bart the Bear, he won the Oscar for that movie. He won an honorary contemporary Oscar for his lifetime achievement award, kind of. And Mike Myers came out on stage and presented him a fucking award. It's crazy.
Wow.
And they had his handler there, you know, holding him like he's like wearing a suit, waving at people. It was cute.
Gosh, can you imagine how great the Oscars would be if they brought a bear on stage and he started mauling actors?
Especially nowadays, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Like if Mike Myers got mauled by a bear, especially in 1997,
he's definitely like bottom of the list of people you want to see get mauled by a bear.
Yeah. You know, my cousin Queef, he looks a lot like Mike Myers, you know. So if you guys, when you see him, you know, that's what you should picture when you hear his voice. Yeah, The Edge is great, man. And I learned it's a great movie to watch just for like, you know, how to make a compass, you know, you learn to bury your fucking bloody clothes and shit and hide your food from bears and shit. And what other fun things do you learn? How to make fire from ice, you know?
Say, don't travel with women in the woods.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a good movie.
The bear will choose them.
And also, it's just so funny, the whole first act of the movie where it's like so obvious Alec Baldwin is banging his wife, you know? They're like, it's just, you know, obviously.
The Edge is awesome. Look, it's funny, I did really kind of dismiss
Alec
The
Baldwin's
Edge when it came out.
makes an appearance.
Yeah, that's true. but I'd kind of ignored that movie for years. I was aware of it, but I didn't watch it. And then, funny enough, it came back to me when, like, just randomly watching an episode of Louder with Crowder, and he brought up that's his favorite movie, and I'm like, I probably should watch that at this point. Maybe it's good. And I checked it out. I was like, dang, this is pretty awesome. Kind of mad that I didn't see this earlier.
It's base too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Salmon bear wrestling. What's it? Let's see here. Blue Collars requested something. Bear fight. Yeah, here we go. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I've seen this one, obviously.
At the river mouth, the bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon. Which is exactly what we at John West want.
Classic.
Yes. I love that sound effect.
Yeah. Once they start like more obviously anthropomorphizing the bear, it gets even better. It's so good.
Yeah, but is that what's better? That or this? I'm gonna have to argue this is way better.
Well, this is just so
Nicolas Cage. In a
I don't
parachute.
think you can top this. This isn't even a fight.
Let's just skip to the end here. What are we doing here? I don't need to watch this shit.
Oh
Just
my
skip to the end.
Gosh, this is freaking amazing.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Right to bear arms. You know what I'm saying?
Right
gosh,
to bear
that's so
arms.
good.
Shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
It's a
here's
1
good,
out of 10 movie with a 10 out of 10 moment.
Right. Here's another good. Yeah, we got to watch that ASAP, Gordo.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Me reading the all staff friendly reminder, quote unquote, email that is absolutely about me. That's very good. Here's another one. Now, okay, this is where you can pee. There's stealth on the side, establish presence right in the middle. You can assert dominance by peeing on the bottom of the back of the lid. You can question authority by peeing on the floor, or you can transcend and piss in the sink or the shower.
All of those are true.
Yes. I couldn't argue with any of this. I'm dying, says Blue Collar. Well, we're all dying, but you're probably dying faster than all. Are you like, did you get in a car crash? Are you dying? Like, what happened? Do we need to call 911?
He drank too much bear punch.
Blue Collar says, check my messenger. Oh no. I haven't been on Messenger. I don't know what I missed. Oh my God. He sent me an attachment. Oh no, you sent me the bear commercial. Okay. All right. Good. I saw it already. Let's see here. I'm just checking other messages. I shouldn't be doing that. Excuse me. Something else I saw that was actually pretty interesting. Speaking of Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan does another really good job acting in this very weird kind of super dark comedy called The Different Man. If you like the movie How to Get Ahead in Advertising, I think you'll like this.
I've never heard of either.
Adam Pearson is like, that is not makeup. That is actual Adam Pearson. Yeah,
How
That's
to
true.
get it? First of all, let's bring up.
Oh no,
How to
wait!
Get
I
Ahead.
saw. I did see this trailer. I just forgot the title.
Right. Yeah. The guy has the deformed face, and he is gets a miracle cure all that makes all of his tumors like basically shed off of his face. It's very gory and fun to watch.
Substance. It's the substance.
He starts like, his face like he's like bleeding a lot, and people are like concerned. He's like cutting himself and shit. And then one day he's just like at the end, he's like kind of crying. He just like rips his fucking tumors off. And he's Sebastian Stan under there. And
Dang.
Basically what it's about is that he's like an actor. He's trying to be an actor, and he's only gotten like a role in like some kind of medical, videos and stuff, other things like that. And his neighbor / girlfriend is trying to write she's like a aspiring playwright, and they're in New York. Off Broadway is like a big thing. And she kind of, I don't know, he basically gets this new face, and it's like a whole new life is handed to him. But then this other guy shows up with his Adam Pearson. He has like the deformity as well. And it's kind of like that movie, The Double, if you saw that one with Jesse Eisenberg, directed by Richard Ayoade. That was a wild movie. Like I said, How to Get Ahead in Advertising, just weird and dark and funny. How to Get Ahead in Advertising is where Richard Grant is a advertising executive, and he develops creative block, and he grows a boil on his neck that turns into a second talking head that takes over his body.
Speaking of Richard Grant, that is one of the things I watched on Doctor Who this week was his run as the Great Intelligence.
Right. Yeah, you can't Richard Grant was amazing. I remember when I did that 3 hour I think it was like 6 hour live stream on With Nail and I. And I had a bunch of British blokes join me. That was fun. That's a great movie. And Richard Grant is an amazing thespian. And I was sad that he was in Rise of Skywalker, but also happy for him because, he got paid. So, yeah. But yeah, Different Man was pretty weird, pretty wild, pretty reserved. It's an indie film, so don't expect like any car chases or anything like that. But yeah, it was pretty twisted and fucked up and kind of funny. So I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it. Thought it was good. Thought it was fun. It was like a softer kind of Being John Malkovich kind of movie. It wasn't nearly as insane as that one, but it was fun. Something I watched with Mother that she actually liked a lot. I thought it was okay. It was pretty cute, pretty all right. I did watch The Wild Robot finally, and yeah, even though references to Iron Giant aside, it's actually not very similar to the movie. The design of the robot's pretty kind of. I see what people are talking about, but yeah, the movie is pretty fun. And I allowed the talking animals. They actually did a good write about for the talking animals, so they explained it pretty well. And yeah, it had a good, it's a computer animated movie, but there's something about the coloring they did. It had this great like hand painted on canvas kind of look.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's a much cheaper style than the old CGI. So like this is the style they utilized in Puss in Boots: Last Wish.
Yeah,
but
the Spider
it's still it's a
animation.
really aesthetically it's pretty pleasing to look at. It's like
watch it.
It found a more the Wild Robot.
Yeah,
not yet.
Okay,
I definitely want to check this out. But yeah, I love aesthetically how it looks. I think it's oddly kind of an improvement over the typical CGI stuff because we're kind of entering a territory where it's like, yes, like kind of the Pixar CGI, it looks impressive with certain objects, but they just keep on recycling the same character models over and over again, just putting new hair and eye colors and certain little features here and there, but it's kind of always the same thing. Whereas I like that DreamWorks is going with at least artistically something different. There is some difference with the way their characters look movie to movie. I like that. I kind of feel like DreamWorks is in a little bit of a revival. It gives me some hope for Shrek 5, especially if the writers from The Last Wish are a part of it.
Yeah. This is
if anyone hasn't seen The Last Wish, it's probably
it was
like
good.
that and Rango are probably like the two best animated movies over the last like 10-15 years.
Is Pedro Pascal the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? No.
In what?
In Puss in Boots.
No,
Pedro.
it's not Pedro Pascal. It's shoot.
Well, anyway, he's fucking amazing. Great villain. It was the hype. Believe the hype about that bad guy.
If you're talking about Jack Horner, it's John Mulaney.
No, I'm talking about the wolf, the crazy grim.
Wolf guy. The who plays
He was great, and he's played by Wagner. Yeah, Wagner, the guy from Civil War, and a few other movies. Yeah. He was great.
Civil War.
Yeah, he's the one of the photographer.
Wait, I was thinking Captain America: Civil War.
No, yeah, you're right.
No, he's the guy from Narcos, isn't he?
Peter Venkman is wondering which doctor was Richard Grant, the Great Intelligence, 12th.
Great Intelligence. Yeah, that happens during. It starts with Matt Smith and it's with Capaldi.
Dudicus, are you okay?
What? No, I'm good.
Are you sleeping?
No.
Not now.
This is this is Sammy.
Starts...
Every time he comes on my show, or pretty much. And now it's Dudicus's job to be the guy falling asleep, which is funny.
Even wearing the shirt. He's even wearing the shirt. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Richard Grant starts off in a Christmas special called The Snowman. and then
right.
it goes on into the next iteration of Doctor Who, which Peter Capaldi, my favorite.
The Snowman is 2012.
Yeah.
So
and I'm starting to, because I do a Doctor Who show on Sundays, which
Right.
we didn't actually get to today, which is why I did all these other streams, and I've now been streaming for like 10 plus hours today, I've realized.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do Quiplash. I'll put it that way. Like, but I'm still here for the moment.
You have an addiction. You have a problem, dude.
Something. But like, I'm starting to like. I've got this grand theory that's evolving, and I thought about this 20 years ago when I first kind of watched Doctor Who again once the new series began, and now like that theory that I thought of 20 years ago, I'm actually like, holy shit, this is actually playing out. And the snowman and the water, like the water is one of the most dangerous things in all of Doctor Who villainry, and it's starting to seem like there's like this interplay between the Master and the Doctor, specifically kind of like being like these weird star-crossed lovers like throughout space and time that just like they love to hate each other, they hate to love each other, they love to love each other, and they hate to hate each other, kind of thing.
Wow.
So
well,
really interesting stuff.
Dr. Wermst, what the fuck, dude? Because you've been getting work supplies, haven't you, boy?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Yeah.
Dudicus, you've been bringing your work. You've been bringing your work home with you today. Is that what's going on, buddy?
No.
Do you have any? We didn't ask you if you had any cool liquor store stories because Scooby was here.
No, you didn't.
Well, do you? Anything cool happen at the liquor store?
No, not really.
You didn't have any people gloating about the election or anything. You didn't have any people trying to sell you beans.
No, I was surprised no one election night or.
Yeah, you didn't have any Kamala supporters coming in and be like, I need a handle of gin right now, please.
I need to take a page out of her book.
I need a box of wine, stat.
All right. Well, I watched one other thing that blew my fucking mind. And it's this movie. Now, this movie's crazy because it doesn't have a movie trailer you can find on YouTube. It doesn't have any kind of, there's hardly any promotion for it. Couldn't find any pictures. This is the only decent quality thumbnail I could find for it, and it doesn't even have the title on it. But it's called Santa's Chimney of Secrets, and it's not a Hallmark movie. It is
sounds like a wicked. Almost sounds like a.
I was going to say that sounds like a Wicked movie. That's exactly where my mind went immediately.
This was insane because it's by something called Silent Raven Films. And I'm going to try to show you some of this stuff. I don't know how copyrighted this is or if it's copyrighted. Or, I have no idea. This might get, I'm only going to play a couple bits, but this movie was heavily made by AI. Okay. I'd never seen anything like it. There's basically a few scenes that are filmed inside a crappy house with 3 actors, 2 kids and a woman. And the other scenes are filmed like outside where they're running around like a field. And then there's all kinds of crazy crap that is heavily assisted with AI. I'm going to show you this opening scene. I'm going to try to play audio so you can hear the voice. This will be fair use, so I'm going to try to pause it and talk about it. But like the narrator, for sure, I'm pretty sure is an AI voice. The script is definitely AI. All the footage you're about to see is either stock footage or manipulated with AI.
Long past, hidden deep within the whispers of ancient forests.
I'm going to also speed it up.
There existed a magical
copyright
Christmas
reasons.
land.
The ancient forests of Virginia.
Yeah. So we got a nice like stock footage of a deer filmed on a much nicer camera than they have.
Haunted realm was once brimming with wonder and joy, where snowflakes danced like silver
I'm not wrong,
fairies,
right? This voice
and the
sounds
spirit
AI.
of Christmas thrived in every corner.
Yeah, it actually kind of sounds a little bit like Richard Grant.
I've seen snowflakes dance like winter fairies during parades.
All right.
Really?
I mean, it's not as sinister. Richard Grant's got like, it's just like a natural kind of sinister. Like he's great as a bad guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Every snow-covered path led to a new adventure. Every fluttering snowflake a reminder of the magic that lay hidden.
Again, just heavily. Let me just skip forward. Okay, here we go.
In the cold and lifeless icy mountains.
There was a witch who lived in an evil lair that was made in Midjourney. And then they have a snow filter
There appears to be a break in the foundation there. You're gonna have to get that fixed.
Like
to extinguish the joy of the Christmas lamp.
like a lot of AI pictures.
It was a really nice Doom 3 texture they had there.
Right. And then again, more stock footage, and then we got Santa's chimney of secrets. Such a weird, it sounds like a porno. Right.
Hey kids, you want to come into my chimney of secrets?
It sounds like a gay porno where Santa Claus gets fucked by little Billy in the room. Something horrible. Dad comes and catches Santa Claus filling out presents, and then he fucks
in Santa's bag,
I think it was the Whitest Kids You Know sketch where Santa gets stuck in the chimney as his pants are down.
I want you guys to picture
don't do anything down
Santa
there.
Claus like on his back with his legs like spread out, getting railed. That is Santa's chimney of secrets. Okay, horrific.
Harry Potter and the Chimney of Secrets.
So yeah,
you're the getting cold for Christmas this year, Santa.
Like we filmed the actual house, and we've got these little kids. The jokes, the acting are like so bad it's hilarious quality almost.
And you're the one that failed the test on Winnie the Pooh. It was a pop quiz, and you don't know how much symbolism was in that book. Keep telling yourself that.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
I have this like urge to like check their hands to make sure they have the correct number of fingers, even though I've seen that they're real people.
No, yeah, this stuff is like this movie's insanely cheap. But the thing that was impressive was like, okay, yeah, obviously this is like kind of an amateur's idea, and these amateurs, it's putting up this much power in the amateurs to where they can like do these kind of more grandiose kind of special effects, by clicking buttons and stuff. But wait till like the professionals start wielding this power. So basically, a lot of nonsense happens. They get their presents, and the little girl finds Santa's hat, or they hear Santa on the roof. They go down and they find Santa's hat stuck in the chimney. There's a phone,
generic like Walmart Santa hat.
There's a phone there's an old timey phone in the phone.
An actual landline in the 21st century. Jesus Lord!
And it connects to this elf woman who shows up. There's a comment she makes where basically they're saying, oh, Santa's like stuck in our she eats dog food, which is a treat for the reindeer. That was okay. She's looking in the chimney to see if Santa's stuck there.
Santa can be a little hard to
Listen
hear.
to this.
He's over 300 years old. It wasn't 600.
It looks like that's not even a chimney. It looks like it's just a piece of black paper put up against a brick wall.
Right. Is Santa, she doesn't know if Santa's 300, 600, or 3,000 years old. Like Santa's 1,000 years older than Jesus. That's insane. Yeah. So yeah, they find out that I'll have her explain. Basically,
this night just got a whole lot more festive.
Oh, the acting, boy, it's terrible.
I brought the LSD.
They basically find out that there's like this house, this chimney for some reason is a portal, and they get this dude from the North Pole who's basically just like a full-blooded Mexican guy. He talks like Cheech Marin. Basically like this is like a cast of family and friends. And again, like I said, just looks like a generic cheap movie. Until, like I said, they start getting into the special effects. They find out, the chimney's a portal to like another world. We see this is where they find out it's a portal. Yeah, they find out it's a portal because of the GoPro. So here we're gonna go into the portal now.
I see the light.
The porno acting was better.
Yeah.
Oh no, let me turn this down because it sucks. Oh, what's happening? Play correctly. I froze it somehow. There we go.
You froze a winter movie.
Yeah.
It went faster than the speed of light. It wasn't ready for your bold moves.
What happened?
Dude, serious quality. Levels of quality.
Lady, why are we in
guys.
a Sylvan Glen?
Yeah.
We're in a park.
Dude, it was just insane because like there's so much more AI. They find a door. This is the magic door. She's got a key or something. Oh, they go to the 80s. I forgot this was another set. 80s house, 80s hotel. I don't know.
That's an 80s corner.
Yeah. They got a guy on the bed. I'm in the 80s. It was unbelievable. It was unfucking believable. But like I said, the main reason why it's just crazy is like, typically these movies are just the scenes of crap. But now we've got these kind of crap.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
this is the evil witch queen, whatever. I don't know. It's bad, but like I said, worth watching just on a sheer
Excuse me?
insanity level.
Were
Hang on,
those
go back to
Abrams
the last
tanks?
one.
Yeah, let's go back a bit. Yeah, you understand.
The Christmas quirky?
Yeah.
I know what we should watch.
Sounds lame.
No,
Oh,
we're gonna watch the Ghost Elves of Christmas Future.
Elves of Christmas Future.
That's the sequel to Ghost Dog.
Sounds interesting.
Ghost Elves.
Sway of the Samurai.
It all started when I was sitting in my room one day on the night before Christmas.
The last thing the Ghost Elves were cast in was the 2020 election.
Shit.
A group of elves appeared in my room. They told me they were from the future. A future that was dark and bleak. A future where robots had taken over the world, and they needed my help to save them.
What? The director of Baby Shark Tornado 4. Again, AI, guys.
You know, for a few seconds of this trailer, I didn't realize you had switched to something else.
Different. I know. I was thinking, man, this
I was
really
like, this is
out
a
there.
part of the. This is a part of the chimney.
This is the end of Chimney. Yes. Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, this movie was
All right,
insane,
this
guys.
is like some ambition right here.
Do you know what his character's name is? Despite this whole elaborate, I'm pretty, at least the one, if I'm paying attention to the timeline right, it's just 80s dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That would
Oh
make sense.
no, one of the characters' names is Detective Nut.
Detective Nut, you're right.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
I mean, again,
Oh, you gotta love
see-
fire that's not actually touching the car.
I don't know, like the way those future elves are dancing, it might end up being a gay porno.
the people who made this movie, yeah, they have no shame, no fear, no sense of self-awareness, or yeah, they just think they know they're making a crappy movie, or they don't. Either way,
Like
it's
that,
baffling.
that strikes me as they're just trying to shoe in the trailer for whatever their next movie is into.
Yeah,
this
it was like a
movie.
joke that someone made earlier in the movie, Ghost Elves of Future when they meet the 80s guy. They're like, we're the ghosts of future past or whatever. Yeah, it's so weird. Okay, well, I guess we could play some Quiplash if that's the plan. Hopefully,
They turduckened a movie within a movie about ghost elves from the future.
yeah, they just had to go there. They just had to, Otherwise, if you don't, then what's the point, right?
I want to play a game. I want to play a game. I want to play a game.
All right, guys, we're going to play some Quiplash. I'm starting the game, and once me and my panelists are all signed in, we'll give you guys the chat, and you guys can play some Quiplash with us from home. How does that sound? And we'll play for, I don't know, half hour to an hour, whenever we're done.
Sounds good.
Let's go ahead and fire it up.
Let's see. I'll try and see if I can do this for as long as my brain holds out.
No worries. In fact, it'll be fun. And also, I'm assuming Blue Collar will be playing drunk while driving his passengers around, so that'll be fun. Philip, you guys can play too. The password is in. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me get in first. Oh, shit. I'm stupid. Hang on. Let me get in first.
There we
Jackbox.tv. How stupid of me. Let's see here. Oh,
There
whoops,
we
never
are.
mind.
There's my frowny teardrop.
All right. Well, that means that Gord King is going to be the one who starts the game. So that's all you do as host of the game. It's fine. No, well, don't do it now. Oh shit! Now you got to abort.
No.
Okay. All right. It's okay. I'm going to press escape, or I guess yeah. I'm positive. Okay. Escape to pack. Escape to game menu. There we go. Yes. All right. Let's try that again. I'm going to get in first. My bad.
I had control for just that little bit of time.
Well, it was one of those things where I said, "Don't do that. Don't start the game." And she's like, "Oop, start the game." All right, hang on. Let me get in first, like I'm supposed to. That would be fun. Disconnected, reconnect. Oh my God. All right, here we go. And all was right with the world. Okay. And in the private chat, there she be. And I will be showing it to you, audience members, whenever my co-hosts are in. I think we're waiting on John. There he is. Okay, and here we go. The password is
Nipple.
SCAW.
Ska, but not the ska that you're used to.
So Blue Collar
We
will
could be
join
a
the
ska
next round.
band,
He's
though.
at the
How do you
Albany
know what ska
Airport.
I'm used to?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I was thinking like the trumpet horns and like all the people with their checkerboard
Ska
patterns.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't really
like I
have
said,
a story for the liquor store, but I do have some pro advice if you're going to a liquor store.
Yes.
Never draw attention to yourself if you think you're being an alcoholic, because I won't notice until you bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm putting these shooters in my purse. I'm not going very far. I don't want you to be judging me. I wasn't going to, but now that you brought it up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
have a
where
good
else-
night.
Get out. So yeah, like I said, Jackbox.tv, SCAW. I'll give you guys 20 seconds. Maybe just the four of us will play a round or two.
Yeah.
That'll be fun because or I guess if there's just four of us, maybe we'll play the drawing game.
I'm okay with it.
All right.
It
Okay.
is what it is.
Little shake up. It's always fine.
Little shake up. Yeah, I know. Quiplash. We can only do Nicholas Gurr's jokes so many times, guys.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know. They're
right.
seasonal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first time we played Quiplash, I think Amaranth was a big thing. Amaranth's vagina beer was a big thing we
Yeah.
kept bringing up.
You
Then,
can bring back Nicholas Gers in February where it's
Blue
appropriate.
Collar kept bringing up sore little boys for some reason for weeks and weeks until he begged him to stop.
Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candles, like those.
Yeah, that was
also,
one.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, share some audio.
Tony Collette's face.
This
We
is
turn on some
round
tunage.
one. Oh yes, points. You score points based on the percentage of voters who like your answers. Clear enough? Sure hope so. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let us go.
All right, let me play some music here. Here we go. All right, yeah. Nice. Turn it down a bit. All right, let's chill, guys. We're about to get gross, weird, stupid. Oh, this first question, damn.
You're almost out of time. Don't forget your safety quips.
Come on. Dudicus. There you go.
And now it begins.
Music is a little loud.
Sorry.
It's okay.
How about we
Not too bad, but
Just trying to wake me up,
All right.
There's
Gruesome.
a cactus that protects itself with blank.
Oh my God. The cactus protects itself with a 12-gauge shotgun or vaginal
Pick a winner.
herpes. Gruesome. Oh yeah, this is the fun part about playing with four people.
Out. The weirdest thing your Uber driver could offer you.
To listen to Tales from the Dorkside or The Wheel.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
You won, Gord. Deservedly so.
Yeah.
But no quip
I
matches
mean-
because there's only two players voting for you.
Ooh,
I
I
mean,
kinda like that.
honestly,
That's
though,
fine.
Yeah, but honestly though, like if they offered Tales from the Dork Side, I'd be like,
What?
hey, dude, I need you to like drive me around all the time.
If a friend describes your blind date as interesting, it means boring as fuck, my melanin enriched individual, or he's ugly and or has a podcast. This place looks like my brain on drugs, says Philip Morgan. Hell yeah. Well, we're definitely going to play TKO after this. I've already decided.
Without further ado, you know your doctor is an idiot when he says, I need 10 cc's of blank stat.
I need 10 cc's of Kamalifications or IOW30.
10W30, I think.
10W30. Oh my God, my bad.
Yay.
Motherfucker's low on oil.
That was round 1. Reminder that those all go on your permanent record. Let's see the scores.
Gord.
I was going to answer either that or Music Factory for the CNC. I wasn't positive how many people would get that.
Welcome to round 2. I knew you could make it, but get ready. The points are doubled and the pressure is on.
Next song.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay, I'm not responsible for what happens next.
Philip Morgan
Starting
dancing.
off,
I'm thinking, is that what that
advice
means?
this player would get from a financial planner. You spend too much on blank.
Enzo spends too much on StreamYard or drums, rum, and cum.
Make your vote count.
It is StreamYard. $40 a month is too much. It used to be free, goddammit. Then it was $20 a month.
And now, the name of a newspaper that only reports on sexy crimes.
The Daily Sleaze or the Horley Quarterly.
And now it's time to vote for
Both
your favorite.
solid answers.
The Daily Sleaze comes out daily, though.
Yeah.
Which is what a
Next
newspaper
one.
does.
An original theme for an escape room.
Okay. Herpes Factory or a huge vagina called an escape
Time to
womb.
pick the one you like best.
I mean, they're kind of the same thing.
No.
Conceptually different, though. The second one kind of suggests the baby is escaping.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, they handle.
Or mine is just a factory that manufactures herpes.
Yeah.
Really bored.
A game you play when you're really, really, really bored is Let's Swallow Watch Batteries or
All right, people, it's
Tiddly
voting
Winks. Watch Batteries is pretty funny. Seems like a game you might have actually played, John. Is that true? No, right?
Swallow watch batteries is a good answer.
Round 2 is finito. Let's see if the same is true of your score.
Did I get any points on that one? My shit was all sideways. I was roboted.
2
out.
Whiplash. One last chance to strut your
Swallowing
stuff.
watch batteries is a form of suicide, in case anybody's wondering.
Really?
3.
I didn't think it would improve your health.
You got this.
Like, how would that kill you?
If you swallow a watch battery, like the silicone liner that they put inside of it will dissolve, and then it explodes in your stomach. You die.
Awesome. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh,
see those
yeah.
flips. So it's kind of weak. It's all right, though. I've been up for over a day.
Survival tips if you're lost in the wild.
3 survival tips if you're lost in the wild. Drink your own piss. Drink your friend's piss. Don't lose a fist fight. Or bury bloody clothes. Build a shelter. Wait for help.
Choose your
Don't
favorite.
pick the bear. And vote. Drinking your own piss and your friend's piss wins. Okay.
Yes.
I was actually trying to help you guys. You didn't
3
listen.
nicknames you'd like to have.
Oh, Nicholas, Nicodemus, Nicorette, or Snake, Josephi, the
Okay,
Anvil.
Choose your favorite.
Giuseppe, sorry, excuse me. I like the Anvil. The Anvil. That's your
All
new
of my
nickname, John.
nicknames.
All
My
right,
nicknames
cool.
had Nick in them.
Here comes problematic white guy John,
it.
the Anvil
Rock the
Richards.
sword.
Yeah, dude, that has a great ring to it. And so it shall be decreed. Also, you won, John. I hope you're happy. You won.
Wow.
The
Wow,
Anvil
Kendra,
takes it.
Dude, evidently I just need to play this game when I've been up for over 24 hours, you know?
Yeah, or play against, two other people,
Right. Keep the numbers low is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, it's fine. Because there's just we got a low turnout on the gameage. We're going to we're gonna play some TKO, which party pack. Hell yeah.
What's the site for that one? Is that still
Same website. I will give you guys a new password in just a second. And unfortunately, the audience can't really play because the lag isn't an issue for Quiplash. The lag is an issue for the other game.
Yes.
All the especially Murder Party. Like, if you were in the audience and you beat us at Murder Party, then you are you're cheating. Something's going on. How did that work? Okay, let's see. Play. Open. I'm going to go to the private chat and let's see here. Ooh, that's a cool word. Let me put in mine. Oh, whoops. No. I changed my password. Okay, here we go. Okay, there it is. I'm in, and here it is for you boys. There.
Oh, wow.
I'm a subscriber to that site.
I know a band. I know a guy with his name.
Yeah. It's pretty all right.
It's Kulu and the Electric Joint. So we're starting the game. And here we go. Sorry. Just share my screen.
Didn't get to have a victory quote. No, it's fine.
Oh, right. I forget to put those in all the time.
To TKO. I am the tournament master. The jealousy your experience?
I am the tournament master.
I have brought you all here to T-Shirt Island because you are the greatest novelty T-shirt champions in this
Blue Collar's
world.
going to listen on his phone,
And because
even
I'm
though
trying to make
the
more friends,
main appeal
I
is
have
your
words.
visuals here for this game. So, just as long as you're driving and looking at your phone every once in a while, you'll be all right.
Your journey to victory
Don't do
begins
that, Blue
here
Collar.
at the training ground. Use your
All right.
device to
So
draw
you guys know the
three
rules.
drawings.
Judicus, you're excited, right? This is your
Draw
favorite game,
whatever
right?
Your heart desires, like literally.
I'm awake. I've got the Wacom tablet plugged in. Let's see
Hooray.
what horrible thing I can make.
Yay. You guys
Your
know how to
first
play,
drawing
right?
Now.
Yeah.
All right. Just go ahead and draw your first drawing. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop sharing my screen and move something around. Move this here. Go over here. Okay. This is going to work. No. I'm slacking on the drawing. It's okay. I'll draw something real quick. Ah, God, that took way too long. All right. I got 50 seconds to draw something.
Gosh, this is terrible.
I'm just seat filler on this one. I'm not going to put it too much effort. Low effort, John. I already won one round.
Oh,
You got a sweet new nickname.
Yeah, the anvil.
Yeah.
3 seconds remain.
Okay, I did it.
Decent enough, but a bit traditional.
All right,
I've
second
just
drawing.
tried changing your shirt color with the little tabs at the bottom. On to drawing number 2.
$30 seconds. Oh my God.
Make haste before time runs out. Good, good. Yes, one more drawing. Use that negative space. Begin.
Like the negative space in my heart.
The space between. Seconds.
Time goes short. Hurry up and finish already.
Whatever.
These drawings are awful.
Yeah. God damn it, I need my sunglasses.
For your last exercise, you will write as many.
I don't like getting blasted in the face with this huge screen.
Whimsy is highly encouraged. And use a suggestion if you need one.
All right, slogan time.
Limitations is a part of life. Go. Keep those slogans coming. That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly. Well, you really dug deep that time.
Jesus, I've had colonoscopies more excited. Yeah.
Colonoscopy.
Drawings and slogans at your disposal. Choose one of each to make the best T-shirt champion that you can.
I'm pronouncing it the British way.
British.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's look through these slogans.
Oh, that's good.
Well, that's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. Don't forget there's multiple slogans, multiple shirts to choose from. Pick the best
But
one.
why is the ghost so sad?
Because he's Bruce Willis.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Sixth Sense.
I know. That movie has a sad ending.
R.I.P. to Tony Todd, who actually died 3 days earlier than it was reported.
Yeah, that was sad.
Gauntlet 1.
Okay.
Day of the
No
Shot.
versus Talk is Cheap. Oh my God.
Gosh.
Okay, so now I know there's 2 gun drawings.
This one.
Talk is cheap. God. That's rough. Happy Veterans Day, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Kamalified or Talk is Cheap. All right. I drew both of these, so it's hard for me to pick
Well
my
done.
baby.
Well done.
Kamalified versus just try and drink my cum, you commie fuck.
Jeez. That's a bit on the that's a bit on the nose. And
Now
so
the
is
fun
the
begins.
so is the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Next time, get more votes.
Gord King clinching it for Kamalified.
I didn't come up with that.
No, I mean, I think it was you.
Oh,
voting on
the
it.
fact that I voted for it. Gotcha.
Wow. What a shirt, guys.
I guess I came up with it.
I mean, the shagging of the sheep was so good. I had to vote against my my own shirt.
Hey, try not to
The talk is cheap.
The demonic smile was what really did it for me. All right, one more drawing. Let's see here.
Ooh.
$25 seconds. Oh no.
That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly.
Oh, it's 2:33.
Whatever.
And right.
Oh my gosh.
Time grows short. Hurry up and finish already.
Time grows short. How does something grow short?
The second gauntlet.
It gets older.
Harry,
Okay.
Or it's in the pool.
I'll allow it.
create your deadly T-shirt warrior.
Oh boy.
Okay, what are my slogans? Holy shit, all of these are gold. Let's go with that one.
I'm having a tough decision here.
All right. I'm confident in that, as one can be this hour of the day.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. We'll wrap it up after this game.
All right.
Oh my God, where's my penis versus just Biden his time. Oh my God.
Oh man, that is.
What do I pick? What I drew or what my shirt? I like that drawing way more.
Yeah.
That's a really tough call.
I like Wheat Skeleton I drew though.
Yeah.
Wheat Skeleton's the better drawing.
I would unironically wear that shirt of a skeleton smoking a blunt and it says just biding his time. I mean, I would wear that. If it was like a real cool drawing too.
Right.
All right. I'm just biding his time versus Piss Lord.
I mean, fight.
Glad more of my work got into this round.
This looks good stuff.
God damn, that's funny looking. And it still goes to just Biden. And final match.
Challenger appears.
Just Biden his time. Oh, versus God can't help you here.
Oh my God. Well, at least all my slogans made it in this time.
Woo!
I too had to choose between my shirt or the shirt that I had constructed.
Winner.
All right. Final match.
Now, the great thing about it, though, is like those two shirts could like be in a combo pack.
Only the greatest T-shirts from the previous rounds are eligible. Prepare to vote.
All two of them.
Last time.
T-shirts are illegible.
Just Biden his time versus the sheep fucker saying Kamalified. Gotta go with my gut.
I can't vote against my child.
They're tough.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Oh, I hate time.
Oh
Go with this
boy.
one.
Ah,
So
Biden his time.
When it's tied, do they just pick at random?
I guess.
Well, I mean, you know,
Or maybe
when you have to choose between Biden and Kamala, she's
maybe
Kamalified.
Biden. It's possible that
We have a
Biden had more of a streak, so it won on that regard. It could
We have
be.
the
there's-
centerpiece
I don't
for
think it's
I think they had the
random.
same. I think they had the same streak.
Okay. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Who cares? Well, whatever.
We know who the DNC picked.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
The Weed Skeleton.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up. Oh, Matt wants to know if it's cool if we can join. Damn. Yeah. I mean, you want to join the stream? You want to come in? I was gonna wrap it up. I know people are sleepy. But I don't know. If you want to just come in and hang for a minute, that's cool too. Should we play another game for Matt? Or I don't know. Do another drawing game if you want, or what do you guys say?
He can tag in for me, and I'll tag.
Yeah,
out.
Jono's gonna bounce because he's falling asleep. But let's see here.
I'm gonna let you guys' dulcimer tones, like put me into the nether realm.
Join to a nice little coma.
All right. Well, I think we are gonna go to bed, but tomorrow, Matt, I don't know if you know this, but I did make it to 500 subs. And assuming I'm still at 500 subscriptions tomorrow, even if I do lose a few subs, I think we're going to do a big karaoke party on this channel around 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. So, yeah, dude, if you want to come hang out for that, I think if you're in Colorado, that'd be 10 o'clock your time. But yeah, we're gonna be doing karaoke all night tomorrow. If you want to come do some of that with us, that would be dope. And also everybody else here, you're all invited to come do karaoke. You guys come in, sing 1 song, sing 10 songs. I don't care. The more people we have, just the bigger the rotation is. So it's whatever. And obviously we can't have more than 10 people on the stream at once. So there is that little hiccup, but I assume we'll be rotating people, or maybe it'll just be like last time, me and a handful of people just singing all goddamn night. But anyway, I want to thank you guys again so much for coming out, and thank you guys especially for getting me over 500, which has been a long time coming.
Well deserved.
If I look at,
well deserved.
Oh, thank you. My channel's at 503 right now, so I think even if I do lose some subs, I think I'll still be all right. So yeah, it's been great.
Glad you got a safety buffer. If anybody out there hasn't subscribed to Problematic White Guy, he too hit 200.
Absolutely. There goes for Gord King as well. Gordish
I
Memes.
added a I'd more go to the main channel of the Gord King. Gordish Memes I'm probably gonna just take a break from. They're relentless with banning that channel, and
okay.
The
Gord King
channel's become a headache. So
the Gord King's great though, because he's got his poorly explained video series and a bunch of good old stuff. His Ring of Power videos were great.
I have a poorly explained coming up pretty soon for the Terminator.
All right. I'm excited. Philip Morgan also has to head out. So good night, guys. Peace. Yeah, thanks for hanging. That being said, if anybody, I think I have enough watch hours. I'm close. I know if one person puts on my WeWatch playlist that I have and plays it all the way through, I'll easily get over. But if a handful of you watch 2 or 3 WeWatches, pick whatever ones. We've done over 125. I'll easily get over 100. But also, if I do a few more live streams, I think that'll also get me over. So we'll see.
Hey, Gordo, if you want to get a little bit past the ban hammer and whatnot, or like just the shadow banning nature of YouTube, I can put you on the FN2 directory if you join the Discord, if you have such things.
Sweet.
I do the Discord.
Grats on 500. Thank you, Nix. Appreciate it. Least says Dudicus. Yeah, speaking my language. Great show, guys. Thank you, Peter Venkman. Thank you for subbing too, man, or lady. Is Peter Venkman? Peter Venkman's a woman, I think, right? Or a man? I'm not sure.
So. I think Peter Venkman fan's a woman.
Generally, you say thank you for doming, but
oh hell yeah.
Well,
that's funny. How many hours are you missing? I think just a couple 100. So I'm close.
You should see a doctor about that.
Like I said, if one person plays my WeWatch playlist all the way through, I'll get over it easily. But that'll mean you'll have to have it playing on a computer for a few days.
So, I mean, I can set it down to a 144p, signal, and
I might do it on my work computer here, and have Meg do it on her extra computer. I don't know. I'll get over it. Plus, I'm not even going to try to get monetized until maybe next month or next year. I'm not in a rush. For y'all super chats money. I'm not here. You guys.
do it whenever you can.
The super chats are honestly necessary. They're only necessary like if these streams start getting too big where I can't acknowledge everyone in the chat. I know everyone here. I'm glad y'all are here hanging out with us. It's really just all about the fun campfire experience. Matthew,
I have a plan for.
When did I become Italian Tucker Carlson? I don't know.
Right.
I got a plan for compliment. I think I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah. I have a plan for 2025. I got an idea for the name of a show called The Fringe Connection, because
That's
I
good.
have because of the Fellowship Fringe Society. It's like, oh, this makes all the sense.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as like a stupider, less funny. I don't know, Tim Dillon. It's kind of the vibe I'm going for. What's that? Cumtown. Cumtown's my. I just like dudes just joking around, being silly. So yeah. But that being said, come on in tomorrow, Matt, and let's do some karaoke. That goes for everybody here, and also thanks for hanging. And obviously, Gord King, check out his channel. Problematic White Guy is going to be on reality based, and he's got his channel getting up there. Get him to 250.
I'm also on Will of the Fans, and evidently I have an open call to be on the Wednesday Chinwag with Tom.
Hell yeah! Also subscribe to Sammy, who was here earlier, as well as Scooby Pup. She's a great moderator.
Has Sammy crossed 200 yet? He was close.
No, and that's what I've laughed. No. I thought it was weird because I actually crossed 200 before he did, and I'm like, this makes no goddamn sense.
Well, he's got 3 videos, and he's starting to live stream, and YouTube doesn't like when you live stream. I gotta profess to that. That is true. When you put hundreds and hundreds of hours on their databases, they kind of tend to not really want to reward you for that. So that's why it's been an uphill battle for me, which I don't care about. I said slow and steady is the way I'm going, and I'm down with it. And if you guys like watching crappy movies, this is the place to be. If you like watching good movies, this is also the place to be.
The irony for me is I got over 50 subs last month, and I haven't made a video in 3 months.
Well,
So
you're whoring yourself out there,
Yeah, I do better. I do better. Just
Sometimes
like
you
being
go
on
on
other
a bigger
people's channels.
channel, and you get some sympathy subs. Here's the thing: like if I'm on the show and you guys are subbing, I would like you guys to just watch the movies, watch the videos. I'd rather have 500 subs and 100 people watching than 1,000 people subbed and 100 people watching. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I definitely like you guys hanging out and watching the stuff and chilling. Also, that being said, this Wednesday, me and Dudicus watched Howling 5. Check that out. Full-length commentary. It's going to be funny.
Speaking of reality-based, if any of you are interested, on Fridays and Sundays, we do our streams at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And we've got basically open call, for guests. Whenever.
Yeah. And
just
don't
hit me up
forget,
with the DM.
Tomorrow, before the karaoke party, interview with a vampire on Cannoli Sasquatch's channel with Gourd King over here. That's going to be fun. That's a good
vampires.
Movie. Yeah. It's funny because it's like some of the best vampires on screen and also the gayest vampires on screen. So what was Hollywood trying to tell us there?
Exactly.
Oh, look, says Nix, my TV, PC, and Stream Deck somehow started playing your playlist. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, I will totally get over the watch limit hour easily with that. Thank you so much. Like I said, if all of you in the chat watch like 5 We Watches, I think that would be good too. But Nix, thank you so much. You're great. Appreciate you, buddy. And yeah, watch some of those. And I did this at Meg's place one time when I was there for a week and she was out of town. I had her house to myself and I just put it on in the bedroom and it was on for the whole day at time I was there. And pretty much every time I was walking into the room and paying attention to the TV, something funny was happening. So that says something. Or it either says that the videos are really funny or I'm a fucking insane narcissist who just loves laughing at my own voice.
To say, really? I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Dude.
Call me.
All right. Judicus is going to bed. Don't blame him. And you guys have been great. I'll play us out with let's play us out with something. I know what to do. Classic.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. And this is what's happening. Dogs. People on television.
There have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
television. But the people on television are saying the dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. And this is what's happening. People on television. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating people on
This is a
television say
clear-
my dog was taken.